Hello, everybody, and welcome for the first time today to Waterdeep Dragon Heist, a fun little campaign module running here on the D&D Time Twitch channel with these four dudes. How you just doing?
Oh, hello.
I'm good.
I'm doing fantastic, Jeremy.
Oh, Data, you're
Pretty
doing
good.
good too. Yeah. All right. You guys ready to play some Waterdeep Dragon Heist tonight?
Yeah,
Only
actually,
if we're going to be
yes.
heisting a dragon.
first,
I don't
I
know.
just want to say I've been too hyped about this all week. Everybody who's watching the stream right now, go to the off-topic section of the D&D Time Discord, and you will see a list of the best hot dog in every state made by Reader's Digest. Fred's Frank's, #1 Massachusetts, baby. Also, we are now open for the season 6 days a week, Saturday or Monday through Saturday, 10:30 to 4 o'clock. Come get the best hot dog in Massachusetts, recognized by a national publication.
And we are not sponsored because James is not paying us to do this.
True.
I'm paying me to do
We're
this.
like almost sponsored.
I
James
don't.
Might as well be.
subs. James
Wait,
subs.
James.
D&D
James,
Time,
wait a
presented
minute,
by
wait,
Fred's
wait.
Franks.
I
James,
give up
can you-
any. Yes.
Can you get Pete and I a free schnurble if we put a Fred Franks logo on D&D Time?
Oh, 100%, Jeremy.
Ooh.
I
All right,
will
I think-
100% do that
Pete,
for
we
you.
need to think about this.
We'll have
a
to,
little
we'll
bit.
have to discuss this. We'll have to discuss this.
A free
Thank
schnitzel.
Business
you, Bloodies.
partnership.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's gonna have to be more than just one, but not that many.
They'll have to
We'll
mail
talk.
you your. They'll have to mail
like
you your
once a month.
gerbils, Jeremy.
Yeah, you gotta email them to me or put them on a floppy disk. Ship them.
Oh, wow,
Uh,
floppy.
Yum yum. Digital
Mm.
schnurble.
It would be a floppy disk.
Well, anyway, hello chat. Hello everybody else. Like I mentioned before, playing Waterdeep Dragon Heist, fun little campaign module. It's gonna be really good. We're 8 episodes in now, guys.
Wow.
This is like, like I didn't realize we were.
This has been like
We
4
played as much.
months.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It's good
And
times, man.
we've gotten quite a ways. There's a lot of things have happened.
Have we? I feel like we haven't done shit.
Believe it or not, you have. So just fucking know it, Kyle.
All right.
We got a house.
I'll suspend
Yeah,
my
I mean-
disbelief.
Disbelief is suspended.
My
Anyway.
immersion.
But to take things a little more seriously, as always, before we start Watery Dragon, we all need to answer a very important question.
Mhm.
This is a question that helps you, the chat, understand us, people, a little bit more. And our question today is, what is your favorite Marvel character? From Marvel universe, could be cinematic or comic.
Let's hold on. Let's
no
also say
spoilers.
no one put any spoilers in chat, or you will
yeah.
be purged.
Oh, yeah.
I will
There's-
purge you.
There's no spoilers for 2 things. Endgame and Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
It's
None.
true.
0.
We're just in a dangerous time right now. That
Yeah,
reminds me,
guys.
baby.
This is
It's a
rough.
dangerous world, and more so, it's just being respectful of everyone else. So we're gonna start. I'm gonna throw Kyle. You're going because you're in the top left corner. You always go first. So how about we continue just making you go first? Kyle, what's your favorite?
Aquaman? I don't like Marvel,
Okay,
dude.
pretty cool.
No.
Pretty cool.
I'm not like a huge fan of Marvel. Like the movies are okay.
God, I'm not even
But,
like
like-
Star Lord.
No, Star-Lord's an idiot.
Kyle, I feel like Star-Lord
Accurate.
is every D&D character you've ever played.
Yeah, Kyle. Wait a minute. Wait
Maybe
a
that's why I don't like
fucking
him.
minute.
Maybe that's why I don't like him.
I remember you being a Star Lord fan in the past when the movie.
Yeah,
came
and
out.
then I
But now,
finally got
now
around.
that time has passed. He's like, yeah, I didn't actually care that much.
Yeah, and now I got around to freaking watching Infinity War like 2 weeks ago. Like screwed everything up.
Yeah, that's true.
It's all what had to happen, though.
I mean, you're not wrong, but like,
So
What?
James, how about you?
oh, actually, I lied. Backtrack. Drax is amazing.
That's
Alright,
also a
see.
Kyle Dungeons and Dragons
Yes,
character.
absolutely.
100%.
If Kyle ever made a melee character, that would be it.
Oh, I would play Drax. I would absolutely do it.
Uh, James?
My favorite Marvel character is X-Man.
Is this a meme or is
Okay.
that a real?
No, that's a real character. Nate Summers, the child in an alternate reality of Scott and Jean, and is the most powerful psychic of all time. I'm pretty sure, except if you count those weird reality bending guys like Reed Richards' son, and Legion is also up there, Charles Xavier's son. But X-Man, I just wanted to say it, and somebody to say, "You mean X-Men?" Like, and then
Nope.
and you just
And
jump
then
on him,
just dunk on them. Good job, James.
and you say,
Bro,
"Oh,
you know what, James? I understand that. I appreciate the spiteful love for that character.
mm."
This is classic James being like, well, in the extended universe.
in the extended universe."
Does he also have laser eyes since he's Scott's son?
So he does have like the Cable glowing eyes, because Cable is also a different child of a different alternate reality, Scott and Jean.
Okay.
Or is Nate Scott and Madeline Pryor's child? Oh God, if I got that wrong, I'm gonna actually, I don't know.
You're
I'm
gonna
not
get
gonna.
it. You're gonna get it from chat probably.
You go to the great Google machine. So far, chat has confirmed that your character is real.
Yeah.
So
I think
you
you're
just go
probably
find-
safe on this one.
You should be fine. Crowley?
Yes. And who's my favorite? Oh man. I'm a big fan
Oh
of
yeah,
Raw.
no, that's because he's Nate Gray. Nate Summers is Cable. Sorry.
All right. I'm a big fan of Rocket Raccoon.
Mm-hmm.
I
There's pizza out the window.
mean, it's also hard to argue against, to not say Tony, at
True.
least from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Or, I mean, yeah, those two. Doctor Strange is up there too.
Which
Mhm.
Doctor Strange?
Crowley, stop naming good characters.
The Benedict Cumberbatch one. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't
And,
know anything about the comic book one, so.
Pete?
I like the Hulk.
Hulk is pretty good. That was gonna be my pick.
Got him.
So I'm gonna go with Thor. I really like Thor. Now I've only seen
Thor is
Thor
good.
Ragnarok and on in
That's-
terms of Thor movies.
That's
Sword
pretty
Stone
much all
is
you
the
need.
Well,
best
no,
part of
Thor 1 was really
I
good.
love that Thor.
Thor 1 was really good, and then what was it there?
You gotta watch Thor
Dark
1 and
World or
2
whatever?
Mhm.
for
Dark
Natalie
World was
Portman.
For
also-
context.
It's also fun to see because I think Thor and Iron Man are probably the two most dynamic and characters that you can feel their growth over the course of the run of the universe.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Indeed.
But also,
Well, now
okay,
you know us a little bit more.
I just want to say that I hate Avengers Hulk. He's too weak. Okay, the Hulk in the comics is an absolute force compared to Avengers Cinematic Hulk. Okay.
Didn't the Hulk kill Wolverine in something?
All right. So I think that's
Wait a minute,
yeah.
boys.
But
boys.
yeah, I was just gonna say before we get
we
too
gotta
far off
tone this
track.
down. We gotta keep this down. We gotta keep
Oh,
it on
man.
track.
Because I came up with a second answer that I would have used, which is Juggernaut, but from the comics specifically, where he's actually just the incarnation of rage.
Jeremy,
I
bring us.
Opened
Bring
up
us
a can of worms that
No,
will
you-
end
you have-
never.
Jeremy,
Anyway,
do you
Jeremy,
understand?
take us into Waterdeep, Jeremy. Bring us there.
Let me sing you a serenade of the beautiful city of Waterdeep,
Where
Jeremy,
we're all
you
discussing our
weave me a
favorite Marvel
yarn.
characters.
a city of splendors, of wonder, and of well, it's winter, so it's also of ice and cold. You all have been living here for various amounts of time, but in recent times have taken on a quest for Roll Up Amp Get Arm, gone and recovered a friend of his who was lost within the city. You were rewarded with a deed to an estate in the North Ward here. You've moved in, you've fixed the place up a little bit. There was a tap room that was on the kind of ground floor that was once a popular destination here that you fixed up and just about ready to open. And, right when things were finally looking good, you've made peace with all your neighbors. A fireball detonated outside of. There were bodies, there was fire, there was damage to your building, and after an investigation by the police or by the city watch, you've kind of come to the decision that you need to figure out what's going on here, because it has to do with you in a way that's probably not good. So, yeah, last episode, the fireball went off. You had found a gnome that apparently was good friends with, or a favorite spy of the ousted Open Lord of Waterdeep, who was thrown in the city about a decade ago, and apparently was something money that was embezzled after conversing with the noble lord's son, Renaer. So, yeah, you've been looking around, and how did things go? Like, what was? Do you think each of you was the big takeaway from last session?
Someone's out to get us.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's out to get this weird little magic item that I have no idea what it does besides the fact that you can't find it, and it says "Return me."
Oh,
Yeah.
right, that one
So-
that I have. Yes, that one.
That's a very interesting piece, because you have, again, this little magic item. So, what do you guys know about it? So, anything?
That
Yep.
it wants to be returned somewhere.
And it belonged to Renaer Neverember at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I believe we
either
also
his
learned
dad-
that it was part of a set.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Something
And,
like that, yeah.
Yeah, Renaer knew it as his lucky marble given to him by his father.
What does the
when he was
marble
very
look
young.
like?
Well, the
Is it
marble
like
is,
one
Green and
color?
about ping pong sized.
yeah, about the
a
size of a
big
ping
marble.
pong ball. Yeah, it's fairly large.
It's like a
very
bluish
large.
green color.
Well,
That's
like
what
a-
I
That'd
have
be a
down.
shooter marble.
Bluish green,
Mm.
incredibly smooth, and if you really spend some time and look at it, the colors seem to like shift ever so slightly underneath. It's like somewhat fluid. Shaking it doesn't really change anything, though.
Hmm.
The galaxy is on Orion's belt kind of look.
Exactly. It's got that kind of a vibe to it, but not as sparkly and
More subtle.
yeah, exactly. Very much more subtle. So yeah, that's I believe where you guys are, and I believe you've been looking around, heading to different places. Were you able to acquire a gem to do a detect magic on that? I
Yeah,
mean,
we
I
did
don't know.
Yeah.
identify
Yeah,
it,
I identified it I think a few times.
Yeah.
and each time it did nothing basically.
It,
It
it
said
yelled.
return
It,
me.
it yelled,
It
"Return
did.
me."
It did. It seems to be some part, at least, of a sentient thing. Sentient. So, where we left off, you guys had explored the... you had been looking around, specifically in the kind of graveyard district of the city, an area known as the City of the Dead.
Only
Um,
because we thought what's his
because you-
name was dead.
You were under the impression that Daggalt Neverember, the ousted Open Lord of Waterdeep, who embezzled all of this money that people are looking after or looking for, you thought he was dead? Apparently he's not. He's just
not dead.
not here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we went
Um,
looking around the graveyard, and then
So you found out he's alive somewhere. And apparently that's common knowledge, just none of you knew it. So... And
I'm
We're
new
real
to
good
this
at
city.
this.
They were real good
Uh-huh.
at being detectives.
what were you saying, Pete?
I said I'm new to this city. What are y'all's excuses?
I've only been here for like 2 years.
I don't pay attention to politics.
James.
Yeah, I don't know. I could have sworn I'd seen him drag through the streets.
We're living. It's the Mandela effect.
Oh
So-
God.
The Never Ember
You,
effect.
Yeah.
In the end, you decided to maybe try a different path to find what may have happened outside your manor. In part of the police investigation, you discovered that apparently something of a mechanical creation, a construct, was seen atop your very manor, then allegedly threw the necklace of fireballs that blew up outside. So, the only place that you know of in the town that those exist are at the House of Inspired Hands, the temple in worship to God, to Gond, the god of invention and creation. They
Did
do
we
a
sell the fireballs, or do we still have?
Yes. No,
We
we
still
kept that.
have
We
them
kept that.
because we
Okay.
wanted
kept the
to
fire. I don't think
maybe,
you
like,
didn't
track
want to
down
lose
the-
them.
Mhm.
We also didn't want to we wanted to maybe track down the craftsman we were talking about,
Yeah.
and see if we could learn about the person
Couple of leads.
they were sold to.
Yeah. I don't have it. I can tell you that much. That I do not have the necklace of fireballs.
I think I might have it right now.
Yeah, I think Tack
Yeah.
held on to it.
Because I had found it originally. Yeah.
Is okay. I'm not positive. Is it the necklace of
Uh-huh.
fireballs? Is that a magic item where we could just pull off the beads?
Yep.
And just
And
hold
hug 'em?
on to just
hug 'em.
hold on to the beads. Like, I
think
get
they
the feeling no,
Say
but
no. Yeah, I don't think.
I think they
It's kind of like
detonated at a
pulling
certain
the
point.
kind of like pulling the pin on a grenade. I think when you
Mhm.
beat off the thing.
Yeah. So what ended up happening is whoever had set off the fireballs had pretty much thrown a handful of them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was
And-
like what, like a 7th level fireball that detonated
Yeah.
in front of our house. Like what
A
the
fifth
Yeah,
level.
something like.
Oh no, it would be,
no,
seven.
it'd be about 7th or 8th.
Which is
They
why it
threw
killed a
5
lot
of
of
them.
people. A lot of
They
people
threw
died.
5
Yeah.
of them.
That's why it left almost no survivors.
Except
Yeah.
for one
Except
person who
for
seemingly
Emic.
got away. Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
Emic lived, unfortunately. Badly scarred.
Not that you could tell.
So yeah, where we had left off, you were on your way toward the temple. The House of Inspired.
Yes.
Were you riding in your carriage, or did you?
You mean the one that
get-
blew up and is now evidence?
It is now evidence, but they have not taken it from you. It's still just outside your house.
I'd
no,
rather
we
not
definitely
get
were
arrested
not.
for obstruction of justice.
Sure.
Yeah, I
So
don't think we
how are
were
you making
riding.
your way there?
Walking?
You just hire
Walking
a-
fast,
okay,
faces past. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Wait,
mean,
Jeremy,
we're
Jeremy,
pretty
to get
used to
there-
walking.
Yeah,
Jeremy,
it, go ahead.
To
Kyle.
get there, do we have to go through the trade ward?
Well, let's just find out where it is here on the map. So you all are right here. This is your house, Troll
Yeah, we
Skull.
Well,
just have to go
Wait a minute. We were in the trades ward last we left off.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
we're-
true.
Oh, right, because we did the
last you left
thing.
Off, I believe you were about here.
Yeah, because we were at
Right,
the
we
city at
did
the
that.
time.
We
the
did that
City
thing where
of the
those
Dead.
seers were, or whatever the hell they're called.
Yes, you were helping
Gazers.
Yes, you were helping a friend of Mertz in the Harpers.
And
You
we
were
were on
helping them-
Thorn Street.
saving
Yes.
their cat.
Yes, we just finished cleaning out
Yes.
her house with that old lady.
Yeah, you ended up getting suckered into that pretty hard. The House of Inspired Hand is all the way up here in the Sea Ward.
Oh, Jesus
It's actually
Christ.
pretty
Maybe.
damn close to Mert's house.
We should probably take a carriage.
We
Flag
have a
someone
loan.
down.
We got a loan recently. We got money to throw around. Let's take a cab.
Tech. That's not how loans. I mean, that is technically how loans work.
It
Maybe
is
we
windy,
shouldn't.
it is cold, and it is snowing out.
It's
winter.
It's windy. It's cold. It's snowing out.
I'll pay for
Fine, fine.
Hmm.
How much is a cab ride over to House of Inspired Hands?
Yeah, so there are a couple of options. If you want to take it nice and slow, you could just ride on the city's, what are they called? I cannot remember the life of it.
Oh yeah,
The
the
big-
public transportation.
The drays, yeah, you can just ride on the drays, and those are just like a handful of 2 or 3 copper nibs will get you. And that'll get you all the way there. It'll just take longer because you have to go weird routes. If you want to actually get a carriage, that'll cost you just a little bit more. Crack open Volo's, Waterdeep, and Caridian, and we'll find out. So travel, so you can get a hire coach, and they tend to negotiate their prices a little bit. So you could probably get a reasonable price ride for, I don't know, 5 shards for the 4 of you.
All right.
5 shards or silver.
Yeah, no.
That seems reasonable. All right, never mind.
I flag down a carriage and say,
Okay.
"We're riding. House of Inspired Hands, please."
The hire coach tips his hat to you and gestures you to get on, takes your money.
Mm-hmm.
Now the hire coaches, they have like the seats are facing back, and you're kind of like sitting on a basically bench on the back of it, and the
Mhm.
coach driver is on the front with the horses. It's a fairly small structure. It's only got 2 wheels, but it's enough that you all can fit in reasonably.
All right.
And as you travel, it's not too bad. There's about a foot of snow on the ground, but most of that's been cleared off the streets. You're making your way. Things are pretty relaxing.
Jeremy,
Yeah.
as we are traveling, can I keep an eye? So I saw the dude who got injured and ran away, right? Because
You
of
didn't
where
see
my,
him.
well, no, because of where my window faces.
Oh, right, yeah, you saw him, like,
Yeah.
basically just moving on.
Yeah, I saw that person was limping away. I didn't see any details about him.
Yeah, they were wearing a long black charred cloak.
Can I keep an eye out to see if I see anyone like him?
Sure.
With a limp and a burnt cloak.
Yeah.
A limp and a standard issue Zentarum black cloak. Go ahead.
Damn right. Huh? Nope.
Nah.
Getting these bad rolls out now.
It's
You
weird.
found him.
People, Kyle, it's strange. People are wearing cloaks, but they're getting all white with snow. This guy didn't have a white cloak.
My God.
And
Yeah,
everyone's got a limp.
Everyone's limping.
Yeah. It's like
But
they've
yeah,
been trudging through snow or something.
The end of Inside Man.
As you travel, it's a pretty relaxing ride. The hire coaches are a lot smoother of a ride than the drays tend to be. And as you're kind of going, you all notice Philado. So who's sitting next to Philado? Philado, where are you? Are you like on the end or are you in the middle?
I would
There's
definitely be
four
on
of
the
you.
end.
Okay. Can you roll me a D2?
D2, where am
Yeah.
I? 2.
Okay. So who's sitting next to Philado?
Uh-oh.
Nope.
So
I'm on the other end.
All right,
I-
you're kind of on the other end.
Then I'd probably guess it's Tack and I in the middle.
All right.
I'll be sitting next to Philado.
Okay. Philado just kind of like slumps onto you and is asleep, snoozing on your shoulder, snoring a little. Does Philado snore?
Oh, it's kind
No.
of cute.
Yep, just totally,
Complete silence.
yep, total silence. Just
A little bit
Slumps
eerie.
over.
I can't even hear his breath.
All right. I've
He's
never
had a-
been in
he's
this
had a
sort of
long-
situation before.
He's had a very long day. You should let him rest a moment.
Well, I mean, my pauldrons can't be that comfortable.
yeah, definitely not. He's not in a comfortable position. So as you all kind of mutter amongst each other, like, what do you do? Philado, you, well, you're not on the back of a hire coach anymore. You look around, and everything's made of bread. The city is made of bread around you, and the hire coach that you're on is made of bread.
Pokemon bread.
Rip a chunk off of it. Do you taste it, or
I mean, what quality? How quality does this bread look?
you just kind of like move around a little bit? Everyone else is gone. There's no one else in the city. You're just on this moving piece of bread in a city made of bread. And there's little tiny loaves of bread falling from the sky.
Like
Sorry about the
rain.
loud music, guys. That was it.
Like
What was that?
like bread rain?
Yeah, little tiny loaves of bread falling like snow.
Okay.
I like breadcrumbs.
I'll try some of the bread.
You can take a chunk off and yeah, tastes pretty good.
Is there a coach? Is who's driving this bread?
So you look around and you look over, and you see, yes, the coach appears to be made of bread. There are bread seats up at the front. There are bread horses pulling it.
Is he a gingerbread man?
No, the person driving the hire coach, you can't really see them because they're wearing this dark, mysterious cloak. However, you notice in one hand they're carrying a long black staff with like a crooked crow's head to it.
Is that the black staff's black staff?
It looks like the black staff.
Okay, I'll climb into the front with her.
Okay. You do so, and she looks over to you, and it is in fact Vajra Safar, the black staff. She says, hello, Philado, how are you?
I'm all right. Why is the world bread?
Yes, I needed to contact you. I reached out to your dream.
I wasn't asleep, but all right.
Oh. What were you doing? If you don't mind my asking.
In a coach with my companions. We were heading to the House of Inspired Hands.
And you just fell asleep.
Apparently.
Interesting. Well, anyway, I'm of need of your services if you have the time.
Certainly.
The sooner you can get to this, the better. But if you do need to wait a little while, just don't wait more than a day or two. Down at the dock, in Fish Gut Alley, there is something of a festival going on. I'm sure you have heard of it, the Sea Maidens Fair.
Have I heard of the Sea Maidens Fair?
You've probably seen signs for it, but you don't know much about it.
I've heard of it. Don't know much about it. Seen the signs.
Yes, they're, I don't know much about it either. Traveling performer. But they've brought with them a menagerie of creatures. One of which is a young dragon.
Young dragon. Like
The city's
wormling young
Waterdeep.
or big young?
Wormling. Tiny.
Better. Okay.
The city is protected by something called Agairon's Dragon Ward. It was created long ago to keep dragons out of the city. The fact that it's been brought in here, most certainly against its will, I doubt it will last very long. Before succumbing to the magic.
Okay.
I'd like you to get that dragon out of
Are you asking me to heist a dragon? To perform a dragon heist? A Waterdeep dragon heist?
That's exactly what I'm asking you, Philado.
Oh, we get to do it! We get to
And
do the
we're
main story!
going
The
to-
wormling was originally found in the Deepwater Harbor, just outside of the city. The ward doesn't extend that far. Apparently it was captured by these performers, baited and dragged up on the ship.
Okay.
Legally, there isn't anything we can do to stop it. So I'd like you to use ulterior.
So I can't just walk in and beat the shit out of them and take the dragon.
No, that would also be bad.
Okay.
But what's important is the dragon gets out of there and no one traces this back to Force. You understand?
What kind of dragon is this?
A bronze dragon.
Ooh, those are one of the good ones, right?
Yes, that's why I care.
Yeah, I was sort of... It would have been
I
weird
mean-
if you had said it's a blue dragon.
Cruelty of any nature like that is wrong, but I care a lot more if it's a good creature than an evil. It must be under immense pain being in the city for as long as it has.
Okay. Alright. Yes, I will get this done. I will probably bring my companions.
You see, you just kind of like reach down and tear a chunk out of the back of one of the bread horses and...
Okay, this is weird. This is not my normal dreams.
Oh. I just kind of assumed. Takes another bite.
Yeah, no, this is a little odd. By the way, I guess I'm a harper as well.
I know.
They're not too picky, are they?
No. You pretty much have to turn them down express.
How many members of Force Grey are also harpers?
She just kind of rolls her eyes.
Like
It's
most
less
of
about
them?
how many are still harpers. It's a matter of how many actually keep the pin.
Is it weird that I kept the pin?
Have a nice day, Philado.
You
Talk
too,
to you another
Black
time.
Scarf.
the marble now.
Oh yeah, we have a
And-
weird marble.
And as you
You're
like,
not there,
turn
you're
to
not
say
there.
that, you turn to look at her again, and it is just a gingerbread man driving the cart.
How are you?
The gingerbread man
Gingerbread
doesn't
man.
react.
Well, I take a bite out of the side of the gingerbread man's head.
It doesn't really move, it just keeps on riding.
I'd really like to wake up.
Wake up, we're getting pretty close.
Yeah, meanwhile, back in Waterdeep, Philado is just still out.
I'm
The
still looking
high-
for that
you're
man in the
there.
black coat.
You're like at the top of the street by by the House of Inspired Hands, and the driver's letting you out. Yeah, you're gonna get your friend.
I go up to Phil. Just, Phil. No.
Oh,
Wake up!
you use an action to shake him awake.
Yes.
And Philado, you awaken from your dream.
Okay. Hey. Let's all step aside from this. Thank you, Coachman, for
Have a nice
transporting
day.
us. You two.
He whips the horses and they start going.
It was nice meeting you, Charles.
He's
So
gone.
the name.
So, when we're done here, we have to go to the dock ward and rescue a dragon.
Sorry, what?
I had a meeting with the Blackstaff
When did you have a meeting with the Blackstaff?
just a moment ago.
When you were asleep?
Yes, I
That
think
seems
she
rough
made me
off the
go to.
course for her.
I think she made me go to sleep to meet with me about performing and I sort of lean in a dragon heist here in Waterdeep. A Waterdeep dragon heist.
Oh no, Philado, you were asleep. Like that was a dream.
No, okay, Tack. There are
That is magic.
magics that can, from my understanding, based on the things she said, let you interact with someone in their dream.
How do you know it wasn't just you didn't just dream about that magic?
This is
Oh,
fair.
Tack,
Perhaps
Tack,
we'll
we're-
stop at the Black
You didn't
Staff.
know about
So
this
here's-
magic
So
before you
here's
had
the
that
thing.
dream.
Here's the thing, Tack, is that the Blackstaff is a very powerful mage.
Yes, I've heard he knows
Powerful
all manner of
mages can
spells and
do-
incantations.
Powerful mages can do basically anything.
When she left, there was just a gingerbread man in her place.
That's
That
What?
you're reinforcing my theory.
wait.
She said, "I'm leaving," and then the coachman became. She was the coachman. We were on a cart of bread.
All right, this is all very
so
interesting.
let's double
Let's-
back. You said there was some type of Waterdeep dragon heist that she wanted you to do.
Yes, we have to go and do a Waterdeep bronze dragon heist from.
Let's cut
The-
the word
some of
bronze
these-
though.
Okay, a Waterdeep
It's-
dragon heist from in the dock ward. These performers have kidnapped a bronze dragon from what was it, the harbor or something outside of the harbor? Where was it again?
The Deepwater Harbor. It's the harbor down. It's a big harbor.
The Deepwater Harbor, which doesn't appear to be any of the harbors here.
No,
On
it's,
the
it's,
map.
I'm sorry, the Great Harbor. The Great Harbor and Naval Harbor together are the Deepwater.
What's the name again? The fair. The
The
fair
Sea Maidens Fair.
The Sea Maidens Fair.
They're at the Sea Maidens Fair.
Oh, I wanted to go to that.
Well, we're going to go and somehow
Steal a dragon.
Well, if there's a dragon there,
Yes.
then we'll know
Well,
that it was
hang on.
actually true.
So, Phila, one question.
Mhm.
So she wants you to swindle this dragon away from these people.
Yes.
What does she want you to do with it afterwards?
I think we just gotta put it in the water. It lives there, so I'm sure it'll figure it out from there.
Are you sure?
We should probably get a boat and bring it to its parent that lives out in the water, which sounds
Maybe.
terrifying. But-
Maybe we
doesn't
should.
have-
Maybe you should go meet with the Blackstaff to figure this out. What we're supposed to do after.
Well, she wanted it out of the city.
So
Well-
wait, do we get to meet a dragon?
We could meet the dragon.
I've never met a dragon before.
I've also never met a dragon.
That would-
But
That would be
Well,
a
it's a
story.
baby dragon.
Well,
it still counts.
a big dragon counts, but you also said bring it to its parents.
Well, I don't know that
That's-
its parents
that's just
live in the
speculation.
harbor. That's sort
That's
of
just
a,
speculation.
that's a
Alright.
guess.
But no. If we do this thing for the Blackstaff, then we can ask her about Neverender's marble there.
Yes, good
Mm.
idea. I hadn't thought of that.
It's something that,
Wish
a
I
powerful
thought to
mage-
ask her that during the meeting.
Anyways, Folks, we have a task at hand that we are already investigating. Let us
All right. Yeah.
get that done first.
I don't know. There's something about this Waterdeep dragon heist that seems more.
A knock on the
pressing.
door of the House of Inspired Hands.
Well,
Are we there yet?
you're like at the top of the street. So as you turn, you can see up ahead of you the House of Inspired Hands. It sits in the corner of Sea-Watch Street and Shark Street in the Sea Ward. And it looks like a strange cross between a temple and a workshop. A massive symbol of Gond, which is a cogged tooth with 4 spokes, is displayed prominently above the doorway, the main entrance. You can see the silhouette of a humanoid shape perched on the rooftop. It seems incredibly thin and moves in a kind of juddering, sudden motion. You see it extend its arm and release a small, red object in your direction. And I need you all to roll for it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
Yeah, it's still trying to kill us. Hey!
Well, opposite of hay.
The middle of hay.
I feel like it's just throwing like
So-
flower petals at us.
Oh,
Excellent. So, all right.
Well,
who got the lowest? That would be Philado. So Philado,
I mean,
need
I
you
got a
to-
nat 1,
No, Fildry.
but I have the higher
Oh.
deck, apparently.
True. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's got to
I
be
think-
the nat 1, though, right?
It's got to be the nat 1. Fildry,
It's gotta be
you
the nat
happen to be the furthest one down the road. It's coming right. You see it like move, floating through the air, and then like quickly dive down and go directly toward you. Like it redirects toward you. I need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw. It flies directly toward you. This small, glinting metal
Ooh.
object. You leap to the side out of the way. Philado right behind him. Philado,
No.
you look and it's coming now right at you. Can you roll me a dexterity saving throw?
Oh no.
Oh boy.
All right. The object whoop, hits you right on the forehead
Ow.
with a sharp metal like pting. You see springs ping, ping, go off in every direction. You're gonna take 1d4, which is gonna be 3 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
Piercing
and,
damage?
You hear it like break and crumple of metal as a small mechanical sparrow lies on the ground in front of you. Just a little metal bird, painted red. The rest of you looking back toward the temple, the figure duck away and disappear on the rooftop.
I'm gonna kill that robot.
I pick up the sparrow on the ground.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn it over, take a look at it. Is it still like whirring or anything?
There's like a faint like wind down of like
As it dies.
Yeah.
Wait, are we still in initiative?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was just for the thing.
All right. Well, I'm bolting after that robot.
Okay, it's on the roof.
I understand that.
Okay, so you run up to the door?
I'm gonna run around the building to see if I can still see
Well-
it.
How far away from Kyle is it?
Well, the bright side about the Temple of Gond is it's not a. So you guys were not far. You were maybe like 50 feet from the building. And the House of Inspired Hands is absolutely an isolated building. There aren't like things nearby. There's entire roads between it and the nearest structure. So you don't think it could have gotten anywhere, Ilaha, as you run around and look and you're like, oh. All right. It must be either still like lying prone on the roof or have snuck into the building. Perhaps by a ladder.
Can I? In going around the building, do I see a ladder?
No, there's no ladder.
All right.
Not from the outside.
And there's not one leading up to the roof.
No, but you hear
Let's
some
see.
some mechanical clicking and clanking coming from inside the building.
Oh, really? You're telling me the inventor's shop has
Yeah,
clicking and clanking?
Ilaha, that's probably a stairway on the inside. Come on.
You're
As I
probably
go
right.
to the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will also come.
All right. I'm just gonna walk right up, and if the door is whatever handle, knob, what have you, try and open it.
Yeah, it's got a door It's got something weird, actually. It's got like an inlaid, twisty knob, you think?
Oh, okay.
It's got like a weird twisting cylinder, but it's inlaid, like inset into the door. And you see there are lots of what look like keyholes inside of it. You can take multiple keys. Very complicated.
I appreciate
device.
their inventiveness, but it's just so much.
It's very much over-engineered.
Just where is the elegance in it, you know?
Mm.
There could be some things to learn.
Do you want to try and open it?
Oh, I'm gonna try and open it. Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't open. It appears to be locked somehow.
Isn't this a temple? Shouldn't we just be able to go right in?
Normally, temples, you just kind of
Yeah.
walk in. Yeah.
Yeah, usually that is the case.
I'm going to just bang on the door 3 times. See if anybody,
Hello!
just real hard. Just boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
Part of me as a player is resisting just yelling "City Guard, open up."
Kyle, I'm glad you're
Let's,
resisting, bud. I'm
Let's
proud of you.
check the.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's guys.
impersonating guard.
Yeah, impersonating City Watch is absolutely
Definitely has to be a crime.
Code legal?
under a
It
plan
definitely has to be a
handout, right?
crime.
Code
legal.
additional water. Yeah, code legal. Put this out here so everyone can look at it.
Thank you, because I couldn't find it in mine.
Code legal. Crimes against the city would it fall under?
I was looking there, but I'm not seeing it. Hampering justice, maybe.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not seeing it necessarily either.
Oh, wait, crimes against nobles, lords, officials, maybe?
It's not in there.
Impersonating an official or noble. Flogging, imprisonment up to a 10-day, and a fine of 500 gold pieces.
Oh, and official. Okay, yeah. Yeah, there it is.
There we go.
Oh, it was under assaulting or impersonating.
Still can't see it? Oh, it's just not. Oh, right! Haha! There you go, chat. Thank you. We'll leave that up there for justice. Yeah, so, Kyle, you resist doing this, which is
Yeah,
good.
I'm not gonna do it.
And yeah, after a few moments, the door opens, but not seemingly in like response to your knocking. Instead, a short figure, a gnomish acolyte, is like arms filled with like scrolls and things like that. Tries to like push past after opening the door. They have big glasses with several different like lenses that they can fold, flip down and such.
Classic.
And they just go to push past you. Excuse me, please. Need to move to the next building. They just go push past you. But behind them, you see another figure actually like approaching, seemingly to greet you. Yeah, you see. Where? Yeah, you see a dragonborn figure dressed as kind of a priestess. She has the ancestry of a bronze dragon, so she has kind of glistening bronze scales. And yeah, she is walking right toward the door, and she said, hello. Can I help you? My name is Valletta.
Hi there, my name is Tack. It is very nice to meet you.
It is strange that we have visitors to the temple that aren't... Well, what are you here? Sorry.
So, we've had a run-in with a possible creation of your temples, where eyewitnesses have accounted that one tried to blow up the front of our house.
An automaton of sorts.
Yeah.
An automaton.
Tried to
Man made of
blow up
metal.
our house.
Kind of did.
And then,
A little bit.
just as we were approaching the temple here, we saw a similar looking figure hit one of my companions with this here mechanical sparrow, and I show it to her.
Yeah.
And also, I'm guessing Philado
Yes,
still has like a gash on it.
Yeah, you see a little cut, it's bleeding a little bit.
Yes.
I
It
am
rather
sorry about
hurts.
that. Nim can be a bit of a rambunctious figure, but not kind to blow up someone's house. Please, I'll bring you to him and you can speak to it. Though I warn you, Nim is not really capable of much of a thought.
What is he capable of?
Well, Nim is an automaton, a figure of creation. Not really a sentient creature. You'll see. Please, come in. And you guys follow her in?
Mm-hmm.
Are you
So-
sort of the leader here, Lento?
Something like that. Head acolyte is my title. And she leads you past through this first kind of room of the town. I mean, of the building, and you can see it's a big workshop. Right, there are people going to and fro. There are tons of people in this very, very large open room, and they're rushed to and fro. They all have either like big chunks of like wood or metal or strange creations that they're working on, and it's a bit mind-boggling. For a moment, just all of the activity and things going on. You see that there looks like there's some sort of strange winged device strung up from the ceiling by wires, and you see gnomes like climbing around on it and building things. And she says, "If you can just wait here a moment."
Sure.
We
I'll
can
be right-
do this.
I need to talk with my superiors before I bring you to see them. And yeah, she kind of walks. Oh, before she heads off, she says, "Please enjoy all of the wonders here in the Hall of Exemplary Invention." She walks off. And yeah, around this big open hallway, there are a bunch of marble pedestals, about 24 of them that are standing around that have different objects on them, or look like little models.
I thought she was the leader.
Any locks?
Well, head acolyte does not mean anything compared to high priest, let me tell you.
I suppose. Yeah.
Maybe
you know,
it's
look
the
at
exact
sights.
same thing, just a different format.
No, you'll find most clergies are the same. You have acolytes who are the ones in training, then you have the priests who are the ordained and they perform actual rituals. Acolytes are more of the, what's the business term? Intern, right? And then priests are the managers, and then you have head priest as the, president, CEO. Terms that actually Fildry has no idea what they are.
Fildry spouts out some religious mumbo jumbo.
Sure.
So what are
Hey,
you,
I
Fildry?
pay him no mind.
Are you an acolyte or a priest?
Oh, well, I was, for a time, I was an acolyte, and, there was, I really don't like talking about where things ended up with the temple. We had our differences, and, I worship Moradin in my way more than a orthodox matter.
I see.
So, as you're all just kind of standing around, Valletta's gone for like 15 minutes. Do you guys just kind of patiently wait? Do you look around the room at all?
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
taking a look at these
Shaq wants
inventions.
to see
Yeah.
the sights.
So she had brought you like out of the main workshop room, and you're in a little bit of a nicer hall here where these pedestals are set up. Yeah, there are all sorts of different things set up here. There's a big clock tower, a 4-foot-high working model of a clock tower that just kind of tick, 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 ticking. It's exquisitely crafted from wood, iron, bronze, and it actually has like glass covering the clock part of it, and some very nice brass bells and delicate hands that appear to be crafted from solid gold. You see a little model of the flying machine that they're working on in the other room. You see a mechanical dragon affixed to a brass plate, and again, all these are just models of them. And it is labeled Big Belchy, sank in Waterdeep Harbor on the Day of Wonders, 1363 DR. You see a really bizarre thing. It's like a diving helmet, basically. And the last really impressive object that you notice in this room is a strange brass-colored manta ray. And as you go to look at it, you see that it has like a glass shield up toward the top of it, where the creature's head would be. And it's labeled the Scarlet Marpinoff, Lantanese Submersible, launched 1489 DR, which it's 1492 right for your just general ref.
All right.
Columbus is setting sail.
Yeah. You also see a tiny little construct that looks kind of like the little mechanical man that just threw a bird at you. But except this model is like yay high.
I kind of go up to it, and does it have any like wind on it or anything?
No, it's displayed. It has like
More
a
of a
fancy
replica.
hat, and it has a sword and everything, and it's in a dramatic pose.
Kind of go over to it, like, kind of poke it a little bit. Do you come to life there, little one?
Doesn't seem to do anything as you go and poke it a little bit, and it is labeled Nimble Right. It looks kind of like this.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he's a
That's
very
really
cool
cool.
looking construct with like the hat and the
The beard and
The
mustache
sword,
combo.
the tabard. Oh yeah, the
It's like the hat and the tabard really make it look a lot more interesting. As you
Yeah.
like on the model, you like move the tabard aside, and it's like, yeah, all right, this looks exactly like the thing you just saw.
yeah, but it's
Like-
not wearing a black cloak.
That's true. No black cloaks.
Yeah.
Is it out of an appropriate size, though? Is it too small for what we just saw?
Well,
this-
you see, you're
this
looking
is
at
the
what is
model.
obviously a model. Yeah, it's
Okay.
like a foot and a half
Yeah.
tall, standing on a marble pedestal.
This must
So-
be the guy.
Tack.
Hmm.
No.
No.
No, I know it's not. It's a model of the person that we saw. His name was Nim, she said. Nimble, right? Nim?
I could
I
very
can
well
see that.
be.
Probably.
Yeah, and you doubted me. Right.
Well, I mean,
This is why I've been made indispensable to the Harvest.
A moment later, a
Certainly
door
is,
opens up.
Tack.
it certainly is.
Certainly.
Valletta walks in, and you're noticing these golds and reds that the Nimble Right was wearing in that image. Those are very much the colors of Gone. So Valletta has a very similar kind of red tabard with gold filigree and things.
Sure.
And yeah, she approaches and says, "Yes, I can bring you to Nim now. We've confirmed with the City Watch. Case
Oh.
valid. Please, you did not expect us not to make such confirmations. You've made assertions that a creation of ours had attacked you.
Not
You
us
do not
directly.
take such accusations, right?
Not us directly, but our property.
Certainly.
The
And
point remains the same. The
He
Tiefling
killed a
gone,
lot of people.
many
Did.
people died.
A lot
The
of
House of Inspired Hands follows strict rule on our creation. No harm to the living. Please,
All right.
follow me, and what you see here doesn't leave.
Hmm.
Please try to
Very
keep
well.
your eyes forward and follow me.
Very well.
Yeah.
How do
I'm
you
looking
spell-
all around after she turns around and starts leading us.
How do you
Gotta
spell
see
this
it, gotta look
god's-
at it.
Gotta look at it. She told me not to. Gotta look at it.
How do you spell the name of the god, Jeremy?
Gond. It's
Okay.
God with an N in it.
Ah, thank you.
And so
Or just
Valletta,
gone mistyped.
walks over to a large set of double doors at the end of the hallway, and she takes out of her pocket a set of like goggles and puts them on, and they have like that like glossy, shiny, almost metallic gleam to them.
They're mirrored.
Yeah, and says, "Please follow me." And she throws open the doors, and in an instant, you feel yourselves washed over with just bright lights and strange sounds. And as you're following her, you're looking around, Ilaha, but
Yep.
the things that you're seeing don't make any sense. They're like warped and malformed almost. And
Oh, it's
you're
'cause I
trying
can't-
to like
yeah.
you're trying to like make head or tail of it, but it's just not working, and you're getting really disoriented. You see massive creatures that they stand maybe 15 feet tall, of course constructs, many of them based after the walking statues that you can see throughout the city. You see that same flying machine up above, except it has multiple like pincers that seem to come off of it.
Wait, what flying machine? We saw a
The
flying
Manta
machine.
Ray.
Yeah.
No, the manta ray is a
That's
submersible.
Oh.
the one
You
that the
saw
gnomes were
what,
working on.
basically a Wilbur Wright airplane, except this
Okay.
airplane has claws.
Has pincers on it. Sure.
Yeah. And you see all sorts of things like that that just disorient and confuse you. sparks as arcane magic is used to weld metal together, and bright shining lights disorient and kind of confuse you. Does anyone else like try and look around, or is it just Ilaha? Valetta's very much like, please just follow me.
Huh?
Fildry would definitely take a look.
Yeah.
Tack can't resist either.
You're all just getting like, you're all getting really lightheaded.
What about Philado? Is Philado
Nope.
looking around?
I'm looking straight forward.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
God. I'm going to place a hand on Philado's shoulder
Yep.
as we walk through.
You pass through a room filled with glass vials of different, like, embryonic creatures in different forms. You swear you see what looks like a beholder, like the one that you saw within Zatlob's shop, floating within a glass cylinder, and its eyes seem to follow you as you pass through this room. And
the classic Jesus poster.
yeah, exactly. You see a Jesus fish 100%. And after, well, just kind of abruptly out of nowhere, she says, right, through this way. And opens up a door, and it opens into a normal-ass hallway.
Oh,
And you
thank
just
God.
kind of hear the gears turning. Can everyone who wanted to look around a lot roll me a wisdom save?
Oh.
It's just it's all of the sights, but I wish they just wouldn't play that chaotic music while we were walking through too.
God.
Okay.
1 second, getting it. Wisdom save.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Hey.
Ilaha, you're the only one who failed.
Fucking.
You are extremely nauseous. That is all. You are effectively poisoned for the next hour because of how much
jeez.
vertigo and disorientation.
Jesus.
As we're walking, I say to what's her name, Valletta?
Valletta.
Hey, you're an acolyte. Do you have
Head acolyte. Yeah.
head acolyte? So even more to reinforce the point I'm about to ask about. Do you know magic? Healing magic?
Oh, my apologies.
Mm.
She reaches over and uses a cure wounds to heal your head.
Ah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Sorry. It's easy to get distracted in here. You know.
I don't know. I thought I'd find it pretty easy to just look straight forward.
I can see what you mean by easy to get distracted.
You say just ooh. And yeah, you've gone.
I
up
looked
set
at
of
a whole
stairs.
bunch of stuff. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
Shakes her head. Anyway,
I could have told you Tack would look at everything.
it's right up here. Couple more steps up the hallway, up a
Yep.
set of stairs, and there's a simple wooden door. She says, "All right." And she reaches over to the handle and reaches for her keys. Tries a key, it doesn't work. Ding. She kind of like gets down and looks at the key, the lock on the door. Nim, are you in there? There's no response. Nim, open the door. No response. Ugh. Someone's changed the lock.
A lock, you say? And is it the same sort of weird cylinder thing that we found on the front door, or?
No, you look at it, it's a brand new. The cylinder thing on the front door looked like really complicated and actually super easy to just brute force. Like, you could just hit it and probably get in. This is a regular old lock. Actually, this is a very nice lock. You know me a history check? This is one of your locks.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It's actually very new.
my good. I know this. I was working on this just 3 weeks ago. My. One of my locks is in a temple for a mechanical man. Hold on. Yeah, no, see, I can give me a. This may take a few minutes. And I'm gonna start.
Nim, please open the door. Very. My apologies. If you wait here, I can go and find out whoever changed out the lock.
Oh, no. Give me a moment. I can get in just fine.
Though, do find out who changed the lock.
Yes,
Yes,
that is
yeah,
probably
you should do that.
Very well.
So
I'll be
Tinker's
right back.
tools using what? Intelligence, dexterity.
Your choice. I think intelligence or dex works perfectly fine for this.
With advantage because it's his?
And you better hurry.
yes, with advantage.
And you better hurry fast, because this is the finest locksmith in the city. As I inspire.
Oh, all right. The 16th. You want to roll that inspiration?
Yeah. Oh.
What is it? A
So,
D6?
yeah,
All
a
right.
DC 20. My locks are good, but they're DC 20.
Yeah, you get it. You. It does take you like more than like 6 seconds. It takes you maybe 30 seconds of tinkering and fiddling.
All right. No, if
Um,
they didn't change
and,
the pin set, then this one was a back short, second middle, back long, and then the mushroom pin followed by the serrated, and click.
and click it does. The handle opens up. Philado's not here. She went to go find out whoever had changed up.
We should probably wait until she comes back to go in.
Well, I'm going to go in and see an open window where there's no mechanical man, and I open
I'm
the door.
inclined to agree.
Okay. You throw open the door. And what you see is it's an attic. Very clearly an attic. You see that there are piles and piles of gears and other mechanical pieces just strewn all about the room and in like heat. In the center of the room, I mean, there are a few dangling lights, not a lot, that seem to kind of buzz with some sort of strange magic that you're not familiar with. They're in these strange glass bulbs. Anyway, and yeah, in the middle of the room, you see what looks like a bit of a clearing where all the garbage, as it looks to you, has been cleared away, and there are a bunch of what look like mechanical birds, and one half-made mechanical. Some scrapped together tools. Looks like maybe the creature had been building things. But you don't see a mechanical man anywhere at a first glance.
Jeremy,
Maybe
is there
30 by 30.
is there a ladder or staircase to the roof from this room?
No.
Are there windows?
Nope.
I guess I'll start taking a look around the pile of birds.
Yeah, you walk over to them. They look just like the bird that just hit Philado.
I'm being very wary, and I'm ready to step on them if they start moving.
And they have little wind-up areas on them, actually, where you'd wind them up.
Okay.
And maybe you, like, fiddle with one a little bit, and you see its wings flutter a little as you wind it.
Interesting.
Okay. A simple,
No obvious way of controlling it.
a simple non-sentient being, I feel like, wouldn't be making little tiny birds.
I agree.
Unless they designed it to make little tiny birds.
But then they'd be considered sentient, Tack.
Well, you can make a machine that can make machines. That's
Sure,
plausible.
but this doesn't seem like it's meant to be doing that.
I'm just being
Plausible
contrarian,
and
you're probably
true,
right.
Valletta says, walking into the room. I see you got in.
It was one of my locks.
Nim, show yourself. After a moment, nothing. Nim. And you see one of like the heaps of just gears and stuff begin to move, and you see this emotionless, it doesn't emote on its face at all. Mechanical man clamber out. It was hiding on.
Wow.
Oh, hello.
He does not have a tabard or, unfortunately, or a. Yes, this is Nim. He was gifted to us a year ago by a Lantanese wizard. Have you ever been to the island of Lantan? It's wonderful. Land of true
No.
creation.
Nope, unfortunately not.
I have never even heard of that.
Yeah, well, Nim here. Nim, did you attack people with, what did you say, fire?
A fireball, yes.
Yes.
Did you attack people with a fireball, Nim? The figure doesn't really respond, but just kind of nods his head in a no, shakes his head in a no. All right. Nim, did you violate our rules? Did you create another Nimblewright? And the robot nods. Nim, you know you're not allowed to
Jesus
do that.
Christ.
I am sorry, hold on. So this is not supposed to be able to do this, right? You didn't intend for it to do
You
this.
must not understand it, please.
I thought you said that
Lantan
this...
is a place of wonder. It is blessed by God. The wizards there are capable of creations beyond comprehension for especially one not ordained within the clergy, but not really understand. Nim may appear to be intelligent and sentient, but it was programmed to do that. It was made to appear as though it is not actually alive, and there's no intelligence to it.
So
It's simply made to act as though it.
So then, here's a question for you.
Yeah.
The other Nimblewrights that Nim creates, are they similar to him?
Nim shouldn't be creating any Nimblewright. And the robot doesn't really move at all. It kind of it like moves back a little bit. Yeah, just a little though. It doesn't really emote at all. There's no body language really.
Sure.
I'm confused. How is the illusion of intelligence any different from, in this case, actual intelligence?
That's true.
I wouldn't expect someone like you to understand. You haven't been witness to the wonders of God.
All right. Well, first off, may I address
so sorry
Mr.
if
Nim
had
here?
Caused any? Oh, of course, Nim. Answer them.
All right, Sir Nim. How many other Nimblewrights are you? You have hands. Show me. That you created in the city.
Nim holds up one finger.
All right.
Do you know where this Nimblewright is?
Nim doesn't answer at first. But it says Nim. And Nim shakes his head slowly. Nim, there's more to it than. And it kind of like shuffles its feet a little bit.
All right.
Just like
I
a
take
little
a
kid
map
trying to
of
lie.
Waterdeep out of my. Oh no, Tack. You have the Philado Waterdeep in Caribbean. I assume there's a map in there.
I left it back at the. Oh wait, nope. It's right here in my pack. Yes. I pull it out.
All right.
Definitely don't just take it with you wherever you go.
It's a signed copy.
The signed copy. Yeah, I'll show the map.
All right.
Yeah, you take it out, you flip it out.
Nim, can you point on the map where
Nim
you
hasn't ever seen the city of.
Nim?
And Nim nods to that.
So you're telling me if I showed you the map, you could not point out where it is?
It nods.
How did
I
you?
am so sorry, a lot of you, if Nim has caused you any difficulty. Now, it is entirely possible that, perhaps it was a misunderstanding, or maybe someone was simply impersonating a creature or misseen in the snow. But if the fault is Nim, where is your creation? And Nim kind of like shrugs, like, I don't know.
How did it get out in the first place? Did you conspire with it for it to escape and to go out into the city?
Nim doesn't respond. And she says, yes, Nim is partial. Going up onto the rooftop. We allow him access to this main hall. This way, not allowing him to test his little mechanical.
I see.
would the creation that he made be as intelligent as he was? Can he create something his own equal?
Again, not intelligent.
All right, but
Act in
could
the
he...
same manner.
Neem, do you like being called unintelligent?
Nim shrugged.
Neem, can you write?
Nim shakes his head no. Writing was not one of the gifts that Nim was. As you can see, it is simply not capable of expressing itself in ways that you and I would. Though, after this second offense, this is not the first time we found Nim attempting to create another. Nim, we're going to have to take your tools away, you know. And you see, like, the first time the figure seems to, like, emote a little bit, its shoulders kind of slump a little bit, and it nods. Very well. Send up the acolyte. Extremely
All right.
sorry for what's
Jeremy,
happened.
just so you know, you're cutting out a bit.
Oh, am I?
Might be
every
fine.
now and then.
proximity to the mic. I think it's just not picking up sometimes.
That's very unfortunate. Shit. She's. What did you guys miss? Did you get any of that? or-
Just the the last little sentence was kind of bad. You've had a couple times where you've
Sorry about that. Yeah, Discord changed my sensitivity on me the other day. Basically, she says, "Nim, we're going to have to take your tools away," and for the first
Then
time
he
you
gets
see
mopey.
Nim, yeah, he actually like his shoulders slump a little bit. He
Yeah.
nods, understanding, and she says, "All right, I am so sorry to the lot of you if this has caused you any issues. In fact, if you are available, and I'm sure you're looking into this anyway for your own purposes, if you could bring us the creation, whatever Nim has made, if you can find it and bring it back, we would be very pleased. It
All
needs to
right.
be disabled.
Sure.
Oh, well, I can
We
tell
can
you...
offer
it-
you a bounty of 500 gold pieces for this, understanding it could be very difficult to track down something of this nature.
Sure. I have a question for you then.
Yes.
Are there any outsiders who have ever interacted with Nim
Other than us.
other than us?
Nim? And Nim shakes his head no. Still kind of shoulders slump.
All right. Oh, and hold on, actually. And I'm going to take that ripped piece of cloak that has the Zentarum symbol with the smoky eyes
Okay.
on it, and I'm going to say, "Do you know this symbol?" And I hold it up to him.
Nim shakes its head no.
All right.
Have you talked to the other Nim since he left?
At this point, Nim like actually reacts in like a meaningful way. Its head just kind of slumps down and it shakes its head no.
Okay.
Now it doesn't have like a face to emote much, but
Just
you would
Body language
like
is the
if you
thing.
were to guess, it's sad.
sad
But
that his friend's gone.
She assures you Nim
My
is not
passive
capable
insight
of feeling something like that. This is simply the way it was created in an image of it, I assure you. Now, more importantly, Nim, have you created a way of finding your lost object, your lost creation? And at this point, Nim actively just kind of like takes a few steps back and shakes its head no. Nim? And then Nim nods yes. I figured. Nimble writes, they find things very well. It's kind of why they're created. It's to help with construction and keeping track of everything. And she holds out a hand. Nim, please hand it over.
He's not unique. There's many of these, then.
Well, not many. As I said, this was an incredibly rare gift from a traveling wizard from the island of Lantan.
But more than one, at least. Well, now it's more than two.
In Lantan, there are several.
Mm.
At least
Who
a
was
dozen.
the wizard?
I did not have the pleasure of meeting him, but it's Alcazor, the powerful wizard. I don't know what his title is officially now.
And who changed the lock?
Oh, one of the lesser acolytes.
Does he have a name?
Yes, Desan.
Dizar.
Would you like me to get him?
If you wouldn't mind.
Sure. Like to speak with him.
Yes, very well. And she looks toward Nim. Nim, your device. And Nim muddles through some stuff and takes out a very bizarre-looking object. It looks like something of a turn between or a mix between an umbrella and like a gun, and it's very strange looking. And this is what it is.
Mix.
Oh, hey,
Well,
we have a
it's-
handout.
We have a handout, and he hands you this.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
It's a really weird item.
You
That's
weren't joking.
awesome.
All right.
It does look like
All
a mix
right.
between an umbrella and a gun.
Yeah.
And she looks and says, "Ah, yes, we have several things like this. You're familiar with detection magic? You've heard of it at least?
Yes.
Yes.
Think of this as a very specifically calibrated detection magic.
To track
Nim,
down
this has
nimble
been
rights.
calibrated to you." Nim nods dejectedly. "And where did you steal it?" Rather, doesn't matter. You can use this to track down the other nimble right. I'm going to find the acolyte. Excuse me
how-
for a moment.
This is incomprehensible. How does this work?
You can explain that to us after you get
Yes.
the other.
I'll be
accolade.
right back.
Nim,
All
how
right,
does this? Nim, how does this work?
I assume you pulled the lever thing here on the by what looks like the handle.
So you say, "How does this work?" to Nim,
Yeah.
and yeah, you look over, and Nim
Nim
is
gone?
just taking all his mechanical birds and he's just putting them into a box one after another, and he's like crumpling up newspaper and patting them around the little mechanical birds.
Oh.
Oh.
And he's like taking his tools apart and putting them in another box, just very slowly and deliberately.
Oh.
And it turns toward you, and like its head just kind of slumps down and goes back to putting its birds
It's all
away.
right, don't worry about it. It's
All
fine.
right. Oh, hold on, Nim, here, and I give him the broken mechanical bird.
Nim
Yeah,
reaches
the
out to
one,
the
one that
bird,
pegged.
and he pets it and then puts it in the box with the other one.
Oh.
All right.
This thing's definitely alive, right?
All right.
Like,
I can
Tenderly.
understand both arguments.
Nim, how do you like living here?
Oh my god.
Do you like living here?
Hmm.
Nim just kind of like looks at you with
Shrugs.
its hollow, empty eyes. It doesn't say it doesn't make any other reaction.
Nim, do you think you could be taught to learn to read and write?
Nim shakes his head yes.
Nim,
Nods his head yes.
Yeah.
You-
Oh, sorry, nods.
do you feel love?
Clearly he does. Look at what he's doing with those birds.
Yeah.
Looks at you with the hollow eyes.
Oh my god.
All
He
right.
definitely does. I'm certain of it.
Group
All
huddle.
right.
Group huddle.
All right.
Group
Uh,
huddle, puddle.
So after we heist the
Waterdeep,
dragon,
nimble. Heist.
Basically, right? Like we're.
All right.
Are we all? Guys.
He could work on the plumbing in our house. He could be a mechanic.
Yes.
Okay, here's the
We
plan.
could have a ghost and a robot. You
Think about this
Fildry,
five-
Fildry, I am so glad that you are on the same page.
We
as
get
me.
the other one. We
He
get
is
the other one, and we
he's
do the
the ultimate
switcheroo.
quartermaster.
All right. Yep. Tack.
I mean,
All
he
right,
could
it's
make an
agreed.
army of himself.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
so
not-
maybe.
That's
maybe
even better. We get the other one to make another one. We do the switcheroo with
God,
that
no,
one.
Tack,
Turn in
Tack.
that one for the 500.
Well, as
Oh
you're all
my
saying
God.
this, the lights just go out around you.
Oh.
Or like the light above you, or not above you, but like in the middle of the room, one of the
Yeah, don't
lights
be
like
surprised
goes
there.
out.
I
And you look
cast
over,
dancing
Nim has unscrewed it and has placed it in a box next to the birds. And
I
he
cast
goes
dance-
to each
I
light
cast
bulb
dance-
one after.
Wait, are
And
they
then-
going to make you sit in the dark?
He goes over to the corner, sits down, and seems to just deactivate and slump down.
Oh god. Yeah, Jeremy, I keep dancing lights up.
Yep.
For basically ever. Until the acolytes get back.
Oh, I'm back. Yeah, I brought. What did I say? His name was Dazan.
Dazan.
Dazan, yes, Dazan. And you look over. Dazan's like a very gritty-looking gnome. Yeah.
Dazan, what prompted you to change the lock on this door?
He's got like one of those beards that comes to like it's a jet black beard that comes to a very sharp point. He's got very sharp eyebrows.
Classic evil guy.
Yeah, exactly. And if it weren't for his priestly garbs and like he's got like a priestly hood kind of deal going on.
No, he definitely could still be an evil
dude. You can tell he's got slicked back hair underneath the hood. It's like, yeah. What do you want?
What prompted you to change the lock on this door?
Well, we had found out that Nim had been experimenting and locked to change the lock.
All right, but who?
Fair enough.
Who ordered you to change the lock?
No one.
I wanna insight
My job
this
to
guy.
keep an eye on Nim.
I'm gonna insight him. Not good at insight.
I'm also. Well, my passive insight is 14, but.
Yeah, all right.
It's his job to keep an eye on Nim.
That's true. He's definitely not being fully forthright about changing the lock.
But he's getting out anyway, so clearly that didn't work.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to change the lock again.
I think
maybe
you'd
put a
rather-
bar from the outside.
All right,
maybe he needs to get a better ward.
Vlad says, actually, I think things are fine. We'll keep our temple to ourselves. Thank you.
And so you just happen to find out he was experimenting. It looks like he always experiments.
This isn't uncommon for Nim.
Yes, but
Yeah.
changing a lock suddenly that lines up with the explosion possibly caused by his replicate. It's a little strange, don't you think?
just a little. You know,
Why was
It's
the lock
mighty
changed?
coincidental.
And the acolyte says, "Well, it was broken. Seemed the other one was damaged."
And you know how it was broken? Who broke it? Was it from inside or out?
Presumably Nim.
all right. I'm gonna get right down into this gnome's face. I'm gonna stare him straight in the eyes, and I'm just gonna say, "You
Can you
recognize
please,
this symbol?" And I hold it up.
Can you please give me a little bit of room? This is incredibly uncomfortable. You're getting very much in my personal space. And Valletta says,
Question.
"Yes, can you please leave my acolyte alone?"
I back up maybe 3 inches while holding the.
Look, if you're going to just sit in here and question us, I think we're going to need a warrant for that. And you're not the city guard anyway. Look,
we are harpers.
We've been
Oh my
more.
God.
I help flash our pins.
I don't.
Look, I don't care if you're. I don't know. I don't care if you're Force Grey can't be in here.
Damn it.
Look, we've been more than forthright to help you, and I've offered you a reward, even if you can help us to bring the other one back.
That's
I've
fine.
been more than accommodating.
That's fine. That's fine.
We just feel that your acolyte here might not be entirely truthful. It's all a bit suspicious. I believe you can agree with that, correct?
I'd say it's a bit suspicious.
We will look at every possible option, as we
He's
all
got
want to do
resting
here in the
villain
temple.
face.
You said that as he strokes his beard. I'm not evil. I love
Insight
God.
check.
Hail God!
Do I believe him?
No, you don't believe him at all.
Ooh.
And Valletta says, "I think we've had enough of a conversation here, though.
Yeah. I
Thank
think we
you
have
for
to.
coming by. And
Sure.
thank you for
Before-
actually bringing this to my attention about Nim." Looks in.
Certainly.
Not a problem.
before we
Before
go,
we go, could you
to
teach
teach us
us how to?
anything?
Yeah. Teach us to do the thing.
Oh, yes, it's very straightforward. Once it's been attuned to, or rather attuned, but it's been tuned, different than attuned, to a specific thing, in this case, a nimble right. You can just pull that lever, and as you pull the lever, it makes up. You see, like, the weird arm mechanism, like, extend and go out. The colors on, or actually the little umbrella itself kind of spins around at the tip, and the entire arm swivels around, and it just goes beep, beep, beep. Actually, right now it's going beep, 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 beep. Yes, it will beep quicker depending on how close you are to whatever you're trying to find. We tend to use it to find things within a specific building. It might still be helpful out in the city. I don't know.
Do you happen to know what the range on this item
Well,
is?
building sized.
A little
what they said.
more than that, but not much.
We can just test it as we're walking out.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how far away from the temple we can get while still.
Yes, remember, 500 gold pieces.
Yeah, we'll
Please
try to return.
the
Yes.
rogue nimble right.
Does it matter whether or not it is in one piece?
Preferably not.
All right,
Okay.
that is completely doable.
All right. That definitely something up our alley.
We'll be disassembling it anyhow.
Sure. I was just
Wouldn't you
curious
want more of
because-
him?
Well, don't destroy it. If you can disable it, it's better.
Well, of course, but
I
like,
just want to
you
make
know,
sure it's stopped, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It needs to be brought back here. Gon's creations are meant to be curated and guided by the hands of the clergy, not left wantonly to be influenced by the corruption of this world.
That's what they are sent to.
They are capable of learning.
I know some high quality dogma when I hear it. Let's get on our road.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right.
Jeremy,
I'm gonna just bring you out the back door, so we don't have to go through the room of creation. And she leads you
wasn't
down
gonna look
a
this
winding
time.
staircase, and that brings you out just a back exit.
Okay.
All right, get out.
All right, see you later. I'm gonna pull the lever on the thing.
Yeah, I imagine you're holding it the whole time,
Yeah.
and it's just beeping a little quieter and a little quieter.
Those
And
people
you can
suck.
you can hear the other acolyte as you're you're all kind of heading down the hallway and leaving. He's like, "All right, Nim, what nice little birds you got there."
Oh,
Oh.
All right, yeah, we're breaking him out.
You're all just let out onto the street.
Those people suck.
Yeah, they are.
all right. Remember,
Abrasive?
so here, the triple nim switcheroo.
Oh
New
my
nim,
God, Tack, we are not gonna do the
500?
triple.
No, wait,
Tack, no.
new nim.
No.
500 gold. destroyed.
No.
Take that.
No.
nim.
All right. Well, I don't know about whether or not we have, if the new nim is even interested in making more nims. If it can be corrupted
It seems
by
like it wants to
society.
murder.
Yeah, seems like it has a penchant for destruction and chaos.
I think it's
That's
violating the
probably
first
fair.
rule.
I'm kind of talking best case scenario, but
All right. Yes, that is best case scenario. Worst case scenario, we destroy both of them and try to fix it ourselves.
I feel like worst case scenario is that other Nimblewright makes more deadly Nimblewrights and murders the whole city.
The whole city. Probably just the dock ward.
I don't think it could go that far.
No.
There's a lot of scary people in this city.
Depend on who's funding it.
It's true. If it's Zentarum, then.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure some of my neighbors in the dock ward would have just killed a robot if they saw it. They would have been afraid of it.
I mean, eventually this is going to lead to a whole trial about what makes a sentient being.
I
and
was
just-
ready to do that right now, but
All right, let's go. Heist a dragon.
Yeah, we go steal a dragon.
oh yeah, this is the most important thing we'll ever do.
I give you Pinocchio. His
Then we'll
strings
get
have
the-
been cut. I'm sorry.
God.
So as you're standing out there and you got the Nimblewright detector, you find out that it's going to work in a range of about 500 feet. Which, for some perspective here, let's jump onto the map.
Oh no.
So here we are at the House of Inspired Hands.
Yep.
And here is 500 feet. It's about a city block.
Okay.
not
I mean,
too
that's still pretty good.
Better than I thought it was.
Yeah. That is the
500 foot
maximum
radius? Like,
range in which
that's-
you get anything. Yeah, not too.
That's
not
pretty
terrible.
good.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a lot to cover the whole fucking city.
We also know that we also know that he was cited by the dock ward. So
No, he
Do
was
we?
cited by our house.
You're cited by our house.
I thought he was also seen by the dock ward. Am I?
No.
Oh yeah. Didn't what's his face say that they saw a robot man?
Yeah, it was Volo.
Idiot.
Volo had
Floon.
seen a robot man,
Floon and Volo said it.
and we were still waiting.
Wait,
Volo
when did we
never
meet with
showed-
them?
No,
did.
we met
with
Volo
Floon.
never showed up. We met with that Floon Glagmore. And he
Right.
said that Volo had seen a mechanical man by the docks.
All right, so two
All right.
two
birds,
dragons, one
stone.
heist.
All right. I guess we'll start making our way to the dock ward.
Okay. That's
dragon.
a long way to go. As the dock ward, I mean, you're
It's
up
true.
in the House
And you know
of
what?
Inspired Hands up here.
Jeremy, we could shortcut it by taking a short break.
You think already, Kyle?
I'm just.
I think that's a great idea. We'll be right back, guys, as we take a short.
Wait, before we take a short break, can we hire a cab?
Yes.
Oh
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can
yeah.
hire a cab.
And we
Hire
keep
cab-
the thing on the entire way to the dock.
We'll say take us to the yawning
Yes.
portal, I guess, and then we
Well,
can just walk from the
This
yawning
is
portal.
important, actually, guys. So
The
we
cab
gotta
ride's
do
like the
something
loading
here.
screen.
Yeah.
We got to do something for just a second here before we take our quick break. So you guys are going all the way to the dock ward, which down here. If you
Well,
go,
I figured-
Fishgut
I
Court
figured-
is right there.
I figured that we could go to the yawning portal and then walk from there.
Okay, so we'll fade out right on you getting in a cab, and then we'll figure out exactly what happens when we're back. So we'll be right back, guys. Stay tuned. Waterdeep Dragon Heist back in 5 minutes.
Goodbye.
Oh, whoopsies. Back. Hello, welcome back. I was on the tiny screen. Welcome back to Waterdeep Dragon Heist. We're gonna be dragoning some heists right now. Actually, we're gonna be
Yeah, we're actually heisting a dragon.
Yeah. But before we do that, we gotta figure something out real quick. So, you all started here, and actually now we can go back to that one. Here in the House of Inspired Hands.
Yes.
I need to know the path you take with the nimble right detector.
Whatever
as
the
you
most...
head to the dock ward to Fish Gut Alley,
I think
Fish
the
Gut
most
Court,
No.
which is right there.
I think the most efficient one, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're
Like,
gonna be
if we're
taking the
paying for
carriage,
it,
right?
Yeah.
I think it's up to you, the cab driver, whatever the cab driver.
Yeah.
brings.
As I zoom away out here,
And since you know the right way, Jeremy, please put us by the guy.
oh, just put you there.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
so
give it to us, please.
you'd want to hail a cab probably here on the street of the Singing Dolphin, which is the main thoroughfare right there. So
Yep.
you'd probably go here down the rough road, down to the southern lane, lane, down to Trader's Way. And now I am at a loss. Oh my goodness, everything's going wonky.
Oh God, what happened there?
Yep, everything just got weird, guys.
How do you
From the
make
market,
points?
you'd want to probably go down to Bazaar Street, down Warriors Way, all down to Waterdeep Way. At which point you would want to go. You said it's a yawning portal?
Yeah, and then we'll walk from there.
Yeah, so that is probably the way you would roll. Exactly that last little bit that James, you're pointing out.
Yeah.
The nimble right detector does not beat that.
Okay.
Okay. And then from there we go. Where do we want to?
Yeah, so-
where is this?
Now
Sure.
you are
Fish
in
Gut
the
Court.
yawning portal,
It's here.
or you're at the yawning portal, and you need to head to Fish Gut Court, where the Sea Maiden's Fair is going to be doing some stuff. And you're walking.
Yeah. However, James is pointing out right now.
I mean, it's only half
All
a
right.
mile.
That seems like
Yep.
the
So
optimal path.
as you're going to there, let's see. I don't think anything happens. Yeah, nothing happens. There's no beeping. None at all.
All right.
So, you make your way to Fish Gut Court. There's no beeping from your nimble right detector, which is a crying shame. This is the most fun part of the adventure.
Running
no.
around the city trying to find this robot.
All right, guys, we're walking all throughout the city. Time to find the nimble right.
Oh God.
However,
I
you
assume
guys
it's fast.
So you're coming through basically up Adder Lane at the end toward this menagerie that apparently is being put out by the Sea Maiden's Fair.
Yeah.
So let me move you to that that map that I made.
Oh.
This is gonna be painful, probably.
All
You
right,
are
so
up here.
Yeah.
As you find yourselves walking up Adder Way, the sounds of the city dying behind you, and the sounds of an incredibly boisterous and busy festival up ahead. Where are you, sound? There we go. You hear the sound of bright music and of chatting crowds, and strange creatures cawing and chirping and making all sorts of different sounds. It is lively, it is exciting, and it is probably the happiest that you have ever seen the dock ward.
This isn't him, is it? The guy?
Who?
no,
No,
that's
the
we,
rat.
we killed that. Oh, did we?
No, that's just a dude.
Okay.
All right, we should start
I
a
have a
riot.
lot of different tokens on this map. Just
Are these
people are generic people unless you recognize their token, in which case ask.
What about
These are
the
city
purple
guards?
dots?
Whom? Oh, the purple. Purple appear to be members of the Sea Maiden's Fair. They're dressed in bright, colorful outfits. They're all humanoid, and yeah, they are cheerfully singing and dancing and exclaiming, "Come see the menagerie! Enjoy the various creatures and animals that are abound from all across the Faerun."
What's up with these two?
They're
Yeah.
just skeevy-looking dudes.
Yeah.
Fair
Fair.
enough.
Yeah.
They're just some skeevy looking dudes here too.
I go
It
up
is
to
the
the
dock ward.
I go up to the first dude.
Oh man, wait, do you guys not see the cages and everything?
We
No,
see
I
some.
see-
carts-
I see
carts
I
and
see a
tents.
hippogriff
Yeah.
Interesting.
and a
We see
rhino.
this animal. We see
But
these.
you don't
four.
see the cages that are behind them, huh?
No,
We
we
see
see
cages.
cages.
Interesting.
what?
The
I don't
chat does not.
That's
I don't
weird.
see cages.
I only see carts.
Yeah, so let's.
Yeah, it's
and tents.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I see
quickly
cages.
fix. I'm gonna quickly
Where do you
fix
see
that.
cages?
Well, now you're all
on
gonna
these
see.
four.
Oh,
the
whoa,
cages.
Oh,
whoa.
hey.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. So yeah,
There
there's
they
a
are.
big party going on, and you can see that it goes back further. You just can't see much further at that point because you haven't really got in proper.
Well, I feel like it's time for us to get in there proper.
So yeah, as you start to go in, a dude comes over here and cuts you off, and he goes, "Ah, ha, ha, welcome to the menagerie. Would you like to come in and see the wonders that we have assembled for your entertainment?"
Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
Of course, absolutely. A simple toll of 15 gold will give you all your mind desires.
15 gold for all four.
That sounds fair enough.
15 gold ahead, of course.
A head?
A head?
Yeah,
No,
chill out,
please,
shit.
actually-
All right. Hold up.
That's highway robbery, sir.
Highway robbery.
There's
Perhaps.
no way that the people of this dock board can afford this.
You see there are some like much nicer looking folk here, and you also see that there are dock ward people here. You don't know how they got in. Maybe they just paid up all their savings to come see cool animals.
There's no way.
There's no way.
I know the people of the dock board, and they did not pay their savings for cool animals.
15 gold pieces, please.
How about 1 gold piece?
All right. The highest I'd go is
Ah!
5 gold pieces a person.
Oh, no, oh, jeez.
I could agree to 5 gold pieces.
Can you roll me a persuasion
15.
check?
Oh, no, I don't have that open anymore. Whoops.
Who do you want to do it?
And this, and character sheet. I'm proficient in persuasion.
Alright, you do it.
Mhm.
So not.
How
I
old
only-
is this guy?
Oh,
How old is
yeah.
he? He's pretty old. He looks like a much older man. He's wearing a crazy blue hat. Let me show you what he looks like. He looks like this,
Oh, shit.
but happier.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it does not match the personality, but the appearance is great.
I'm gonna say, look, 5 gold pieces is more than enough for looking. I'd want 15 gold pieces to purchase something in your menagerie. All right.
Well, say we do 5 gold pieces ahead, and maybe an extra 5 for me.
All right.
Sure.
Welcome, friends.
I could get behind that. I'll take it out of the house funds.
Do you have to
Alright.
pay the 25 gold then?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay. Enjoy your stay, please. Here, your hands. And he stamps your hands.
Hmm.
Enjoy.
We will. Goodbye.
Glad you're doing business.
I'm
Jeez.
gonna-
All right. What do you want to do?
I want to go see the
walk
armless
in.
kobold.
People walking around. Yeah. As you come over, there is a person going, "Come one all, come see the armless kobold, a strange creation, somehow alive despite all odds."
I'm more curious about whatever this cage is that I can't see.
Oh yeah, you want to walk over to there?
Yeah.
So you guys immediately split up.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay, bye.
And yeah, as you head over to there, you can see. And again, it's kind of hard to see too much past because there's stuff in the cage. It is not just the creature. It appears to be a tree.
Is it an ent?
It is moving a little bit, and every once in a while it bashes against the bars of its cage.
I look over at the woman next to the armless kobold. Just,
Uh-huh.
I heard you had a dragon. This isn't the dragon, is it?
No, of course not. No, this is a simple little one. That's why we put it out front to attract everyone. Now do a little dance, creature. And she pokes it with a stick, and it goes, ah, and dances around on its little legs. Isn't it wonderful?
Without any arms.
Isn't he?
Would you like
isn't
to
he-
feed it?
Isn't he sentient?
Would you like to feed it? 5 copper pieces, and you get a handful of feed.
No, thank you.
Tack, wait, Tack, come back, Tack, where are you going? Tack.
Would you like some, sir?
No, I'm good,
Wait,
thanks.
No, we're gonna talk. What's up, Phil?
Enjoy the menagerie!
Tack, I need you to distract it. We're gonna try and talk to this kobold. I'm gonna try and talk to. I need to distract her. I'll talk to the kobold.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. You're talking to what looks like a gnome. She's definitely a gnome.
No.
And again, well, let's put her picture up. She looks a little happier than the other one.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. You have such a wonderful presentation here. I don't know if you could.
Do I? And she does like a little bow and curtsies with her long blue skirt. You don't look so bad yourself.
Oh, well, thank you very much. That wasn't really what I was implying, but the
Care for a dance?
absolutely, that works out just as well as what I was going to say.
She skips up to you and grabs you and begins to dance aggressively.
Oh, wonderful.
Aggressively.
All right, I lean down in
Aggressive.
front of, and, like next to the cage. Hey,
Okay.
can you understand me?
Well, what languages do you speak?
I speak.
What language are you speaking?
I'm trying common first.
It starts to dance.
Do you understand infernal?
Continues dancing.
Oh, come on, gnomish?
Continues to dance. It opens its mouth and holds it open.
This is really sad.
Is this a good gig for you, or do you want out?
Keeps its mouth open and is dancing.
I'll give you food if you know common.
Continues to. Oh, actually, when you say food, it goes
I
and
will
stops
give you
dancing for a minute.
this piece of bread if you know how to speak
Its
common.
eye, it looks right at the bread. Looks very interested in the bread.
If you say something in common. Wait, does he have a tongue?
Yes.
Okay, say something in common. I will give you the bread.
Food.
Okay, other than that, relay that you understand what I'm actually saying.
It looks at you wide-eyed and stares at the bread.
Oh, you're just an idiot.
Tack, could you roll me a dexterity saving throw?
If this is for dancing, could I justify performance?
Sure, absolutely.
Oh!
Hey! That's a phenomenal dancer. Are you kidding me?
He's so nimble.
Wow, you might actually beat her. Yeah,
How-
you're all
how
dancing and
aggressively?
she's swinging you around and like, basically it's a very like throw heavy dance, like complete extend. It's very fast as you're just spinning around and you're beginning to draw a bit of a crowd.
Yeah.
People are like-
At some
and
point,
like
Tack
this
gets spun into
vendor
the crowd.
comes over. Sorry,
At some point, when Tack gets spun into the crowd, he just comes back with the rose in his teeth.
Exactly. And she, of course, feigns a blush and like fans herself. It's like, oh, well, you're quite the dancer.
Thank you very much. I danced quite a bit back in the hills of my homeland. Is this like after we've finished dancing?
Just mid dance.
Oh, okay. The reason I was originally speaking to you, clicks heels, was because I was interested in perhaps, I don't know if you're looking for workers at the moment.
Well, with someone who can dance as well as you, 1, 2, 3, lift. She jumps up.
Yeah.
Well, someone as talented as you, perhaps.
Yes, I do have a flair for the theatrics, which I can see that you put in plie. Which I can see that you put in here. Perhaps you could show me a bit more around the menagerie here and introduce me to some of your other staff mates. I don't know who I would speak to about applying.
You finish your dance, and she.
I'm Tack, by the way.
Oh, Dana.
Dana.
Yes. Anyway,
I throw the kobold the bread.
it devours it.
Oh,
And,
stupid damn.
and she looked at you and said, well, need to stay here and watch the creature, the kobold. But I get off in a few hours. Maybe we can talk then?
Absolutely. But in the meanwhile, do you have a ringleader or something like that I could talk to?
Not here right now, but yeah, who owns the Maiden's Fair? That'd be Fleet Admiral Zarda Zord.
Fleet Admiral Zarda Zord.
Zarda's Zord.
He sounds significantly
Let me spell
more
it for you because that's a challenge.
He sounds significantly more intimidating than I was expecting. I thought we're more ragtag, if you will.
He's a bit of a ragtag one himself.
Fair enough.
But I hope you enjoy the menagerie. And she gives you a kiss on the cheek, and then winks at you.
I wink back.
Smooth Avery.
Meanwhile, sorry, go ahead, Pete.
Yes.
Oh, that's it. I'm done.
Okay. Meanwhile, you guys are head over to the tree. It looks like Ilaha and Fildry.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you get over there, and the gnomish woman, or actually, she's probably not a gnome, even though her token's a gnome. She's human. Most of the people are human, and or like half elf or things like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, she says, "Welcome to the Awakened Tree exhibit. Would you like to see the tree dance?"
Not in particular, actually, although it is very interesting. I was informed, and I lean in a little bit, that you all have a wormling in your possession.
Oh, yes, the wormling's in the back.
Could you direct me towards it?
Yes, just go around, past the tentacle cage, past the manticore.
Oh no.
And yeah, you should find it down in the back. It just follow the line, and she points this away.
Be careful of the
That
tentacle
way?
cage.
Yep.
Okay.
And as you're over there doing that, Fildry,
Yes.
someone calls your name, Fildry. And a familiar
Look
face,
around.
Dazzle Starsong,
Yeah.
walks up to you.
Oh.
Thanks for seeing you here.
Davil. Yes. Was
Enjoying the menagerie.
seeing a few sights. Been a pretty crazy day for me, I'll tell you.
Indeed. Been
I
a bit,
assume-
been a bit chaotic myself, actually.
Well,
I'll say your handiwork has been appreciated.
you're
Kind of
welcome.
patting his side, where you know he keeps the gun.
Certainly. No, there is a. I'm sure your ears have heard of what happened outside Trollskull Manor.
Of course.
Been
But why don't you tell me?
quite a sticky little bit of business there.
Jeremy.
Not sure exactly what
Yeah, stickier than you might think.
If-
The
Go on.
those weren't our agents, Fildry.
Aye. What of that
I'm sure
bro
you know. Oh,
action?
and
Oh, yes.
hello.
This is Ilaha, a fellow
Is-
owner of
is-
the Trollskull.
Is
Pleasure.
Devil? Is he?
I'm Dazzle
is he
Starsong.
Is he an elf?
He is a high elf, yeah, and he shakes his hair, and his beautiful golden hair just kind of flows perfectly, and he holds out a hand to you, like, totally.
I give him the hardest side eye I could ever give anyone,
hmm
and then shake his hands like, it's a pleasure.
Oh, the pleasure's mine, I assure you. So, you're a
Right.
co-owner of Old Troll Skull, huh?
Yes.
How's the place?
Well,
Doing well after the attack? Quite
Not in particular. I mean,
dastardly news.
we haven't been able to commence opening operations yet, you know, with the investigation and whatnot. But Fildry, I'll leave you to whatever business, I air quotes business, like in character.
I
you
think
all
we're
might
quite all right
have.
now. I was just heading out anyway.
All right, goodbye. I just
It's-
leave.
But yeah.
Your friend has a bit of a pompous air to him. So.
You know, he likes to think he knows everything.
It's true.
It's
Look, Fildry, pompous air means a lot coming from me. All right.
True. But no, it's anyways, we've been looking for apparently if you hear anything about an automaton walking around the streets, something that was made in the Temple of Gaunt by another automaton called a Nimblewright. It's something that we were hoping you could really give me a shout.
Let's see if Dabble knows anything. He probably doesn't, but there's a chance. I'll give it to him. No, unfortunately, I haven't heard anything about that. But if I do, well, I'll look into it.
Appreciate it. And if
Take
there is
care of
any,
yourself. Things are. It's not a great time to be a Zent, I'll tell you that much.
Alright. I'm keeping my cover low anyways.
Yeah. And he makes his way out.
Yeah.
He leaves.
Walk past, get there right as he's leaping away. Who is that?
Oh, that's Yagra's boss.
Hmm.
I have a drink with them every once in a while.
He's that shady guy from the Yawning Portal.
That he most certainly is.
Oh, I didn't.
He appreciates a fine liquor, though, I'll tell ya.
Alright, so
He's
far...
the only high elf that I've ever met who didn't immediately not care about my existence. I am very concerned about him.
He's a nice enough fella. I mean,
I'm sure he is. I had no idea how to interact with someone like that. It's very rare. Might as well be non-existent.
Hmm. So what have we found out so far?
The wormling is over this way, and I
apparently there's a line to go see it.
over here. Yeah.
I've got a date with Dana there later.
What?
Look at
What?
you, Tack.
Fuck!
I give Tack a nudge on the shoulder. I would say a punch, but I have a 6 to strength. So even if I did go full
Very
swing,
soft.
wouldn't even notice.
It still hurts. It still hurts Tack, like proportionally. Tack's also weak. So
Nice.
Yes, good job, Tack, as I pat you on the back with my 16 strength.
Oh god!
I tussle his hair and be like, "Oh, Tack."
That's
real
me.
ladies man over here. Doing
Well, you
what
should have seen the
bards-
dance moves he was doing.
Doing what bards.
Meanwhile,
do.
I was trying to
fellas,
befriend a stupid kobold with no arms.
fellas, we have to head over here to go find our
Look at that tree.
Yeah, and looking
it's
over
an awakened
here,
tree.
there's an awakened tree. The woman here is kind of waving a torch at it every so often and making it move.
Jesus.
On the other cages, you have what looks like a massive ostrich with an axe-like beak.
Oh, it's an axe beak.
And it is an axe beak.
Things that have fucked us up.
bird.
Things that have fucked us up in adventures before.
Yeah, there's like a fence around the cage, and every once in a while someone is hanging on the fence, and the thing lunges for them and tries to slash them with its beak, reaching to the bars. But it hasn't killed anyone yet, you don't think? There's a tiger. There's a rhinoceros in a very small cage for a rhinoceros. There is a rust monster that is in a wooden cage, and this woman just keeps throwing scraps of metal to it. There is a horrible two-headed dog that just smells of decay. Smells more like the dock ward than anything else. And there's a hippogriff in a disproportionately small cage.
All right.
That tiger's
Okay,
huge.
I know
This-
we're here to
This is
get.
the most terrifying creature in all of creation.
So cute.
Oh
So
God,
cute.
get that away from me.
This is the bane of every dwarf's existence.
I know
That's
we're
not
here to get out the dragon, but we have to rescue a few of these other animals.
Well,
I
all
really
right.
don't
I mean, at
think-
least the kobold is sentient. Like,
I'm not so certain.
An awakened tree is also sentient. To
Yeah.
It may not-
I
it's like-
fear
you don't know
more-
if it's awakened. It's not like it's talking or anything.
well,
You
she's
know, it's just
called it
moving.
an awakened tree.
Yeah.
She did say awakened tree. She used those words.
Yeah, those exact words.
That's true.
Anyways.
That is a fact.
Anyways, I'm gonna start making my way over to the
I
where I
will
was told to
follow.
go.
I will follow Ilaha.
Oh, well, let me reveal some of this area then.
That's
All right.
the girl that Tack was dancing with.
So as you're kind of
Oh
turning
my God,
around the
she's
corner
cute.
here,
She's quite look good. Good job, Tack.
and you can see she's you know talking up the crowd about the kobold and making the kobold dance for scraps.
Yeah.
So as you turn the corner, you see a
This is
couple things.
tentacle cage. I
Yeah, there's a
assume.
cage, and in it there's just a black writhing mass of tentacles.
Hmm.
Yep,
it's
I'm
kind of-
staying away from that one.
I'd like to do a nature check.
It's not natural. It's disquieting.
Just
a
gonna
I'd
little.
like to
Just
do an
gonna give that
Arcana
one to him.
check.
It is aberrant, one might say.
Hmm.
I don't want to look at that.
I'm gonna
I've
go.
seen- I've
I'm
seen
gonna
it
go
now,
look
so
at
it's Too late.
By all that's unholy, yes.
Nope, I'm leaving.
I look at.
I'm gonna keep going.
Okay, can you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
Does the abyss stare into him?
You age 30
Sure
years.
does.
Alright, this is important. Give me 2 seconds.
Oh
I
God.
expect that, but you know,
You
sometimes it
expected us
happens.
to be smart
Can you
players
roll
and
me a
avoid it?
D100?
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
madness tables.
35.
What madness does he have, Jeremy?
All right. I'm gonna just whisper this to you.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
What a classic.
Oh no! But now chat doesn't know.
You
All right. So what happens is they start to move away, but you go and stare at the tentacle.
I'm running. I'm out of here.
you just, what happens?
What? I get out. I run away from it.
Okay. You
Just
think
like, don't look at it.
Quickly bolt away.
Just feel it.
Don't look at it.
Phil, you ever come with the urge to be just like Tack?
Now you see.
That was
This is
pretty
why
good,
you
that.
don't look at things.
How long
Like
does
in
this
that House
last?
of Wonder.
Until it
Hours.
gets out of your sight.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not too bad. So yeah, as you're
Oh, that's the
rushing
Manticore.
past,
Oh,
you guys hear the of the manticores. It's roaring, and it's like flicking its tail around, but it doesn't have any spikes.
Oh,
And
they debarred it? Oh no.
yeah, and this woman's like, "Buy a manticore spike here, only 10 gold pieces. Freshly
I just-
harvested every morning."
As I walked past, like, that's cruel and unusual punishment.
I'm gonna.
Laughs about it.
I don't, from all these things here, the
Laugh it off.
Manticore, that's a good one to have locked up.
Now, Tack, you
All right,
definitely
I'm
need
gonna
to-
I'm gonna
it's
walk
still-
up to
it's
her and
still
say,
rude.
I like a manticore spike.
10 gold pieces.
Hand it over.
Haggle.
Hands you a manticore
Haggle.
spike. She like reaches into a barrel of manticore spikes she has for sale. All right, you buy a manticore spike. You got one now.
Hey,
Putting it
Ilaha,
in my inventory.
Oh, there was an owl bear over here? That's sweet.
Yeah, you couldn't see it from that other side. You could only really see it from over here. So you want to go over to here?
Hey,
And, like, look
Ilaha,
at the owl bear, Ilakai?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
Ilaha,
This woman,
Ilaha.
this woman is like, fresh
What's
owl
going on,
bear
Tack?
haunch for sale.
oh God.
What's up, Tack?
Can I have some money?
For what, Tack?
I just want some walking around money.
Tack, is
It's like-
this for your date later?
Like, partially, yeah.
Oh, Tack, I give you 50 gold.
Oh, wonderful, thank you.
Tack, you showed that girl a great time.
So you guys looks like you're just rushing to the back.
Philado has not stopped running.
So yeah,
he can still see it. He can still see it.
No, like the crowds and the tents and the manticore block it off.
Okay.
So eventually you get to the end here.
God, it's so far back.
Yeah, it's way in the back here, and you see there's a cage with two of the little gazers you've seen before, but their eyes have been plucked out of their tentacles.
Oh no!
They've been, like blinded. So they're just blind. They still have their one big eye, so it's just like they still have the one big eye, so just flying around, slamming into things,
bumping into the bars.
Kind of brutal.
That's brutal, dude.
This
I
giant
mean, they're
spider.
terrible, but
Sorry, the giant spider is just kind of weaving a big web in there.
looking too big for its cage.
Yeah, looking a little too big for its cage.
Yeah.
And you see the woman has a smaller cage of like rabbits next to her that, well, you see some strangely rabbit-sized like bundles of web inside the spider cage.
Yeah.
And yeah, at the very end, with a fairly large crowd around it of very rich-looking nobles, you see a very just sad-looking bronze dragon. It's just kind of wrapped up in like just a big pile on the ground, shuddering a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Definitely in pain from the thing.
Kind of hard to tell, but it's not moving.
I mean,
along.
I don't know about it because we weren't told about it. But
But yeah, you see it.
Yeah, when we stop, I'll turn to everyone. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a protection on the city that's probably slowly killing the dragon.
Oh. Right.
So yeah, it's a very busy place.
Yeah, I can see that.
So do you want to like form up ranks?
You all, would anyone like to buy a bronze dragon scale?
No, thank you.
How much?
Rare as they come.
How much?
125 gold pieces. But it's authentic. And he like holds one up and ting ting hits it with like a little metal pointer and it tings.
Nope. I do not want to buy one.
It also looks like it would come from a dragon that's a lot larger than this dragon.
That makes me think that it's fake.
Where'd you get it?
Well, we've found it in the bay, actually.
The scale.
Yes.
Where'd you get the dragon?
In the bay. Believe it or not.
That's a baby dragon.
That seems oddly coincidental.
Where?
All right, so
So if you ever sail on that into the bay again, and its
He kinda
parents
rolls
are
his
out
eyes.
there.
Everyone knows that dragons, they don't take care of their young in the same way that other creatures do. They lay their eggs and move on.
I have no idea if that's true, so I'd like to make a nature check to know. Try
Sure.
to know.
You have no idea if that's true.
I don't know if that's
It might
true.
be.
That might be true, but I feel like it's not.
Is that really what dragon scales are worth? I look at Fildry thinking that he might know because he's a
you know, I've never been in the business of purchasing dragon scale. That's an armorer sort of thing. What sort of lot could I make out of dragon scale?
We've had to use dragon scales as decorations for nobles' cakes, but I have no idea how much it cost them.
A lot. The guy
I will.
says.
Yes, I would imagine so.
Plus, these are premium scales. This isn't a tail scale or an underbelly. This is the armor gleaming.
Okay.
He kind of like waves it in front of you again.
What's the appeal of owning a dragon scale?
It's true. It's
Feel
only
like,
one scale.
What kind of question is that?
Like, I mean, we didn't kill this dragon, so oh wow, we own a scale.
Excellent conversation piece, though. I mean, look at it; it's incredible.
Hey, we
Hold
bought
it.
this
Fine,
dragon.
Look at it.
All right, I
hey,
hold it.
It's got a
How big is it?
heft to it.
Jeremy, how
oh,
big
like,
is it?
Yay big.
Oh, I was hoping
Pretty
it would
sizable.
be bigger.
All right,
Yeah,
I
it's
look
not
at him and I'm like,
huge.
okay. talk to me about this dragon scale, like as if we were having a conversation. Like you walk into my home and I'm holding this dragon scale. Show me why it's
incredible. That's an incredible thing you have there. What is it?
This is a bronze dragon scale. I bought it at a menagerie.
Well, what was the dragon like?
I wouldn't know.
The dragon wasn't
I
there.
bought this from a menagerie.
He rolls this. Well, can't you simply look at the creature? Extrapolate.
I imagine it was probably
dragon's not
pretty
there.
big because this is the size of its scale.
I mean, feel how hefty. Can I see how hefty it is?
Certainly.
Oh, wow, it's quite a hefty scale.
Quite a hefty scale. Hold on, can I see it back? Thank you. I will sell you this scale right now for 125 gold.
That's an absolute steal. I'd love.
Excellent. Why? Let's
See,
do this
is how it
transaction.
should
then.
work. No, give me my scale back. Unless you like to buy the scale.
You. This is my scale. You gave it to me.
He gives you a look. And then he like looks at the city guardsman right nearby.
You saw him give it to me.
Looks back at you. Please give back the scale. Actually, just pay the gold.
Yeah, I don't have that much gold. Here's your stupid scale.
You'll regret it.
I'm sure we
Well,
won't.
Much as you.
While this was while they were having that exchange, Tack sneaked off over to here and turned invisible.
Okay.
Oh God.
Can you roll me just a stealth check?
Yes. Working on it. Just getting it right now. Me.
Roll 20, guys.
Oh!
And what would you like to do with your invisibility, Tack?
I would like to walk back over to here, and while they're having that conversation, and I assume there's like just a lot of like general mumble around the dragon. It seems kind of popular.
Yeah.
I want to like sidle up to the back of the dragon's cage and just kind of whisper, "Hey,
Hello.
Who is it?
hi, my name is Tack. What's your name?"
I'm Zalatharn.
I'm gonna stage whisper from now on, but I'm whispering.
Yeah, same.
Great.
I'm whispering, but weakly and pathetically, because I'm in incredible pain.
But it just would be nice if people could know what we were saying.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I can hardly see anything. My eyes, they sting.
Zalatharn, I'm a friend, and I'm with some other people who are also friends, and we're gonna bust you out.
Please. I feel like I'm dying.
All right.
It's because you are.
What do you know? Like, do they have like times where they change shifts, or like what time do things close down? We want to get you back into the bay where you won't be dying.
Well, at the end of the day, they go and they pack everything up and they bring us back onto the ships. But there's the most of them around then.
Is now the time? It seems like now's a really dangerous time because there's so many people actively.
I don't know a
observing you.
better time.
Then now?
The dragon just kind of shivers in the ground.
Okay.
And like it opens its eyes and tries to look around, and it can't see you, but you don't think that's because of your invisibility. Its eyes are like all cloudy.
Oh no.
We're only so far from the water.
What was the name of the ward? The ward on the city?
A Gyron's dragon ward. A Gyron was like the legendary guy who magic and stuff Waterdeep.
I look at this guy that I've been talking to. I'm like, are you familiar with our Gyron's magical dragon ward?
I don't. What?
A Gyron's dragon ward. Surely you've heard of it. How long have you been coming to Waterdeep?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's a ward to ward dragons from being in Waterdeep.
Well, I'm glad we don't have one then.
We do. It covers the entire city.
Oh, does it? A magical field that covers the entire city.
Slowly kill. I heard. I talked to the. Nope. Yes. It kills dragons. I looked to the city guard as if, like, expecting him to know. You, of course, know of a Gyron's dragon ward.
No. A guy runs palace.
And his dragon ward that protects the whole city and slowly kills dragons while they're within the sit bounds of the city.
That sounds pretty bad.
So that dragon over there...
Actually, that sounds great. Actually, we're keeping the dragons out.
Well, what about the... Well, their dragon's dying. Look at it.
He turns around and looks at it. Oh, okay. I hope not.
I looked at the guy. That's just bad business.
The guy, the dude.
Yeah, the dude
who's selling the scales. Look, I'm just here to sell scales, and hope you have a wonderful time here at the menagerie.
All right, I walk over to Philado after this whole thing, and I
get the idea. Just by the way, that the like Chiron's Dragon Ward is definitely like more of a mystical thing. It's not something that people know about.
Right.
Like you might be able to find it in some old book in an archive somewhere, but it's not common knowledge by any means.
I put my hand on Philado's shoulder, and I'm just like, "All right, Philo, we're getting out. Come on."
I go over to Fildry because Fildry's at the same height as me. I lean over and I whisper into Fildry's ear. I'm gonna cause a panic in a little bit.
What? Oh, Jesus.
Jeremy.
Sorry, I never told anyone I could do this.
No, you didn't.
While this whole thing is going on, can I examine like how well this cage is locked?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
I pushed through the crowd to go look at the dragon as well.
God! It's
you
locked!
can't really get up to it because this person here is keeping from getting like up to the cage.
Excuse me, ma'am.
But like looking at it, I just it's a bunch of chains wrapped around the closed bars and like locked with a big padlock.
So shittily.
No, yeah, not
probably.
But, like they're hefty chains. They're like boat chains.
Yeah, but it's still just like, you know,
the big padlock.
Yeah. Sure. All right.
Are the I have a question.
Yeah, Tack?
I don't know if I could have done this before. I just wanted to, when I was walking by before the gazer cage, are the gazers in particular locked up? Because those aren't really that threatening without eyes.
Yeah, all of the cages are pretty much chained up that you've seen, except for the rust monster cage, which is roped up.
Yeah, naturally.
Yeah.
They seem to be like, it's not that they're taking super serious precautions. I mean, for some of the creatures like the dragon and the manticore, they are. It's more of just like, this is just how they do it. They just wrap up some chains and padlock it good.
Yeah, just makes sense. All right, so yeah, I'm kind of whispering to Fildry. The dragon's name is Silithorn. He says that at night they move them all back onto the boat, and that it's even more difficult then. So we gotta do it now.
All right. All right, Tack. What you're gonna do? Oh, all right, you cause a distraction, yeah?
I was gonna let the gazers out, but there's padlock, so I can't.
What I'm thinking of, all right, is going to be we break the rust monster out first. The rust monster starts chewing on Cajun. I'm gonna need you, who doesn't wear mail, to handle it. And we're gonna try and herd it over this way.
Actually, it's better if it makes a commotion over there. It'll draw people to that area.
Well, that's also true, and if it releases the death dog and the hippogriff, then...
And the tree.
And the tree. Also, yeah, we do need to free that tree. That tree is actually alive. That thing is essentially the horse, you know?
I'm gonna do it in 5 minutes. I'm gonna do that. So, if there's anything other people are gonna do, you plan it with them. I'm gonna cause some panic, and we'll play it by ear. Tack walks off to go over to the rust monster cage.
Yeah, and And all of you can hear, by the way, this owlbear is flipping out and like throwing itself against the cage very angrily. A couple other people have come over here, and they've
I go over to
some
Fildry.
owlbear haunch.
Well, here, let's get away from the city guard.
Yeah.
Let's just talk right next to the guard then.
Yeah, over by this tent. This tent seems fine.
Philado, what is your passive perception?
9.
Okay.
Mine
Mine's
is a
12.
12.
Yeah.
You have found your pockets a little bit lighter.
Who?
Me.
Philado. Yeah,
Oh.
40 gold pieces short lighter, actually.
I didn't have 40 gold.
Well, that's whatever you had then.
All right. Well, I know that I was just in a crowd. I'm like, oh, one moment. I'm gonna look for the shadiest person over here.
All right,
Definitely the guy you're standing next to.
Hello, sir.
Yes, I'm gonna go look at the fire.
No, I
He
don't
walks
think
through
you
the
are. I
doorway.
just grab him by the back of the.
Hell, I'm being accosted.
God,
And
could
the
you give me a
guard over,
moment?
Release that man.
Hold on.
What are you doing?
Someone over here stole my gold from my pocket.
And so you accost this bystander?
No, I grabbed him. I'm holding him by the shirt. Look, I'm
Let
not
me
even
go.
touching his skin. I think it's him because, I mean, look at everyone else.
Wow.
Release him at once before
I'm
take
standing
you in.
over here by the tent, just laughing.
I let go of him. I'm like, okay, look.
And he starts to walk away, and the guy's like, "Hey, you stay here."
Yeah.
I'm missing 20 gold. They're all nobles, and this guy, I mean, he looks creepy as hell.
I mean, maybe it was a drow over there.
No, I know him.
I flip off the guard.
Was that in the code legal?
Look, ignore him.
That's
He's
just
an
being
asshole.
rude. That's just being rude. Like,
Yeah, no, you're being rude to the cops.
Obstructing justice, are we? Begins to walk towards you.
Oh, I bolt.
Hey,
Bolt.
you're gonna let this other guy escape.
Bolt!
Bolt.
Yeah, he stops and laughs to himself. Yeah, and the cult fanatic has started like.
Hey, don't you go anywhere.
All right. Look, do you have any way of proving this guy stole your gold?
My pocket is cut. If he has 20 gold and 1 copper on him.
The sergeant looks to the cult fanatic, or sorry, the guy who's not a cult fanatic, and he says, "I don't have 20 gold and 1 copper on me."
Well, empty your pockets.
You have no right to search me.
I don't, but he does.
Can you roll me a persuasion check, Philado? We're gonna contest this with a cult fanatic. He's gonna also attempt to persuade. Oh, he's good at it. What? He's like
better than you.
Like,
Oh my god.
that's not how life in the city works. You can just accuse people and have them searched. Even so, and he takes out his pocket and opens up a pouch. And yeah, there's some gold. There's a platinum piece. C. Puts his coin purse back in his pocket. I'm gonna be leaving now. And he starts to stalk away, and the guard says, next time, don't just accost random people. Looks at you suspiciously.
Sure, whatever. I follow the cult fanatic.
I'm watching him as he walks by.
He
I'm
walks
just gonna-
over here and gets real close to this guard and watches the manticore.
I'm just gonna say after him. 4 minutes left.
Wait, what?
According to my clock, there's only
What?
1 minute and 10 seconds left.
Wait, Fildry, what about?
No,
Well, Fildry, Ilaha, I have been robbed, so I was gonna pay the shadier people around to cause a commotion.
all right.
Oh.
Well,
I can't do that now since that asshole definitely stole my gold And I've memorized his face, and I'm going to find him when all of this is done.
All right. Well, I've been Tack can turn invisible. All right.
What?
I didn't know this. Yes, Tack's invisible, and right now he's working on going to go cut the rope off the cage of the rust monster and causing a distraction. Hopefully
that
getting
sounds like a genius idea.
getting the rust monster to eat through a couple of cages. Everything goes to shit. Everyone panics.
And then we just let the dragon out, and that's really about it, right? Like, you can take care of
Yeah,
yourself.
well, do you see that dragon? I think
He
it's
doesn't look
sick
so
as all
cool.
shit.
Philado?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not Philado, Tack?
Yes. So, Tack. No, I just have a question for you, Jeremy.
Uh-huh.
I think cutting the rope wouldn't break my invisibility.
No.
Right? Okay.
I would not say so.
I cut the rope.
All right.
And
Cut
I
the
mean,
rope?
there's a door. I look up just to be clear before I do so. That makes it so the door will just open, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Okay. So I do that.
All right. You cut the rope.
Here we
and,
go!
As you do, the door swings open, and it's coincidental. It's at this moment that one of the people over here gets their arm cut by the axe beak, and so a crowd kind of begins to form over here as people are like, "Oh, whoa, 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 whoa!" This shady guy here runs away as that's happening.
Oh, God.
Oh, there's another even shadier character.
No one seems to notice.
Look at this guy.
As that guy just got his arm cut by the axe beak, and the door to the rust monster pen swings open, and the rust monster begins to look around. And this person
delicious
goes, "Oh,
cages.
God," and begins to run off. And yeah, it goes, and goes right over the hippogriff. And yes, you guys can't see. I apologize. I'm trying to control the creatures and the tokens. So the rust monster, this shady guy ran away, so he's going to be off the map now.
Yeah.
Thank you, chat, for my. It's very hard to control all this stuff.
You have
the
to
rust
be
monster.
zoomed
Yum,
out.
yum, 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 yum. Yeah, it has to be zoomed so far out you wouldn't see anything. And the cage. What? Gets lost. Tack, is there anything else you want to do as that's happening?
Yeah, Tack's immediately running over here.
Okay.
Invisible.
Okay.
Ducking around kind of in between.
Uh-huh.
Kind of like in
There's
between.
more stuff, but you're able to clamber over stuff easily enough.
In a moment that I'm not. Moment that I'm like not publicly visible, I'm going to break my invisibility, cast disguise self on disguise self on myself, making myself look like a guy.
As you get to here, right as you're about to do that, this shady figure turns and begins to like head out, like seething angry. Begins walking the same direction that you're coming from. You're still invisible, and you think they're like stomping. They're pissed. They were just watching your friends over here, and you can see under their hood is what appears to be like a slightly coarse purple rubbery skin at the eye level, as it appears to be a mind flayer.
Oh shit!
That was just staring at Philado for the past 15 minutes.
Oh,
and going
God!
to stomp away at this precise moment.
It's because we didn't kill him!
So what do? You're right here. As that, you're like, ugh.
That does not break his invisibility.
Yeah.
Takes
I imagine you back the fuck
takes
off.
a couple steps backwards.
Okay.
And allows this gentleman to proceed as he will.
I will need another stealth check.
Do I have advantage because invisible?
Absolutely.
Okay.
As you scramble back.
I don't know if he had some kind of crazy
Hide your thoughts. Hide your thoughts.
Yeah.
So you scramble back, no issue, very quietly, and the hippogriff screeches and flies over and just grabs this random person, and starts to take to the air, and the person just like screaming, and people start freaking out up at the front.
And then Tack comes out as a dude.
we can see it flying around though, right, from back here.
Yes, it's your guys' go. What do you
I
do?
just yell, the hippogriff escaped!
Yeah, it's like hippogriffs loose.
I run out as an employee and just call out in just like what like some of the general garb is with the disguise self, and just call out, "We need all hands on deck right now! The rust monster and the hippogriff are both out!"
And people begin to scream and run in every direction. People bolt up to here. The guardsmen especially just throw themselves past people. Come on, token action.
All right.
And people begin to flee in different directions. Some people rushing past the cloud of tentacles to get to this little alley that would lead out.
What
Many of them
happens to
just,
that
like,
cult guy when he gets to the cloud of tentacles?
Well, a lot of people just like are fainting and collapsing as they get too close to it. What happens to him is what we're going to find out right now. As the people are bolting. He's got to roll wisdom save. Uh-oh. You want to roll a D100 for me?
Yes.
This is perfect.
Super Mario number.
People begin to flee in every direction. You got a what number? 64?
Mm-hmm.
He begins to start screaming and like covering his eyes as if he's hallucinating. What are you all doing?
I go to the side of the manticore cage.
I'm disguised as the.
Can I attempt
Member
to
of a
like
thing.
hide in this tent?
Oh
Yes.
God.
Sorry, that was a little loud.
Sorry.
People are fleeing. Philado, you go outside the manticore cage. Ilaha, you want to hide in that tent?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll stealth check. Okay, you hide in there. Philado, I'm sorry, Fildry?
All right. So I'm going to try and so the people are running off.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to begin just. I will use Keat metal on the chains.
Oh no.
To
Okay.
To melt them?
To the dragon cage?
to the dragon cage, yeah. Stealth.
Okay.
So is this guy over here?
This
I'll
dude here?
Yeah. What's he doing? Is he just
he's
like?
standing guard by the dragon.
Okay, so he's like an actual guard.
Looks like it, yeah. Well, more than that, he's not like a city guardman guard. He looks like he's like a hired thug.
Mm.
And since Tack's kind of running this way, can I yell at that dude? We need you to help subdue the hippogriff right now.
Yeah, he does not respond to you. You aren't his boss.
And I look at him.
This dude
and
begins to run up, though.
I kind of look at him and I kind of yell, "Are you the one that wants to tell Zardaw's Zord that you let one of his most valuable animals out of this area?"
Do you want to roll an intimidation check?
I guess so.
Tack.
Okay. I will roll for him. He... Alright. He did have advantage on it, but it doesn't matter. He goes, I only entered Zord. But he looks very unsure.
I only entered to Zord as well, and you'll be right next there with me, right next to me there with me. I'm sorry, I'm flabbergasted right now.
Come on, let's get the fucking hippogriff. He begins to run.
All right, I guess I go with him to help him get the hippogriff.
Okay.
And then I start heating metal on the chains.
Okay, yeah, you see the chains begin to glow bright red and sizzle.
Jared,
Ilakai.
Can I peek out the
Okay.
back of this tent? Is that
Well,
possible?
first of all, let me tell you what's in the tent.
Oh, yeah, sure.
The tent is filled with fireworks.
Oh, boy!
Well,
It's a good thing I don't know any fire spells.
no.
You have a flint and tinder in your explorer's
Yeah,
pack. If you
tinder
have an
box.
explorer's
But yeah,
pack.
you peek out the back and you see Fildry is melting the stuff.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna duck out at this point.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a dexterity contest for the rust monster versus this employee trying to capture it.
Okay.
This is gonna be the
Oh,
employee.
it just melts his belt buckle and his pants fall down.
Yeah.
The employee got an 8. The rust monster got a 9. Whoop,
Clash of the
employee
Titans.
leaps. The rust monster skids underneath and runs into the cage with a tree.
No.
And destroys the bars.
Sure does.
And the bars are just kind of melting around it. All right, so that's what's happening there. Who's next?
Well, I'm at the...
Philado, I think it's you.
Hey, you want out? I'm saying to the Manicore.
The
Either
Manticore
Intelligence.
roars angrily and charges toward you. Did it have reach?
I don't think so.
Well,
It's gonna go
It does
through
not.
bars.
It does not. It tries to sling its tail at you angrily.
Hey, do you want out?
It does not seem to understand you.
Alright, it's
The
stupid.
kobold, like, maybe understood you. This Manticore doesn't.
Alright, I come around.
Okay.
What's this woman doing?
Yeah, you just watch Ilaha come out of there. She is fleeing, probably, actually. People are in...
Okay, that's what I was.
Are running away. But she's just
So
fleeing a
make
little
sure.
slower than other
Alright.
people.
I'm gonna rush over to Fildry. See that he's trying to heat the chains off the cage, and be like,
That
let me
commoner dies, by the way.
Which
Oh,
commoner?
no.
Which one?
The first one that the Hippogriff got. And
Oh,
the Hippogriff
no!
goes for this commoner and is flying up in the air with it.
Oh no!
Sorry.
Terrible things. I'm
The
gonna
dead
shoot.
commoners.
I'm gonna shoot an Eldritch Blast at the padlock to see if I can just blow it off.
Sure. It's definitely weakened from the heat metal.
Yeah. Oh
Nope.
no!
Can't hit it.
Yeah, okay. The dragon goes, ah! You accidentally shoot him.
Oh no.
Ilaha.
Are there any,
8
like,
damage.
lanterns or
8
anything
force
around?
damage.
Yeah, there are definitely lanterns. Not out right now, actually, though, because it's the middle of the day.
Hmm. Do I see what's in this tent as I pass it?
Give me something to cover the dragon as we make our escape. Come on.
Yeah, I think the flap was left
Something
open by
to cover
Ilaha,
the
so yeah, you
dragon.
see it's got a bunch of fireworks.
Yeah,
in it.
a tarp, a spare tent,
Jeremy,
something.
can I? What's in this cart over here?
Dragon scales.
Oh, that's the dragon scale cart.
Yeah.
Okay.
They also
Oh.
have food.
What about this tent? What's in this tent?
Are you taking your action to look at these things?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
So yeah, you can roll a perception check.
Hey!
It appears to be just mice,
Just mice.
cages of mice,
There's
and
no...
a couple of cages of rabbits.
Are there any tarps anywhere?
Yeah, there are a couple for the rabbits especially. You put
Alright,
like
well-
blankets over them, not tarps, but
I'm looking for like something that we could wrap this dragon thing in.
Or at least just cover
yeah, there's a
them.
tent actually right here.
Oh,
A
sick.
not set up tent right over there.
Oh, I didn't realize. I will take that.
Yep. Well, that you didn't notice until you had the 20.
True.
So you rush over to there. Philado?
I look around.
Okay.
People are running away from this area, right?
Yes.
Alright. I cast Searing Smite and touch the end of a firework and start walking away.
Okay. The tree is going to make a slam attack.
Against?
The rust
monster.
Oh God! No, we need the
hitting-
rust monster.
Hitting the rust monster and injuring it substantially. It squirms,
It's a kaiju battle.
flips out. No, it's not a
Really?
kaiju battle.
Does it run away?
It might as well be for this.
And it squeals and bolts that way.
Also,
Oh no!
where did it
Unfortunately,
go?
provoking an attack
Oh.
of opportunity.
From the guard.
No, from the tree.
Oh God.
Oh!
Oh no! Oh okay.
No, it's,
It's still
okay.
dead.
It's okay. Actually, it's 1 hit point.
Oh,
Rolling
heading in a bad
hell
direction.
pretty good. It looks really bad though. The rust monster's like twitching and barely able to move.
It's heading in a bad direction.
And you can see
Sure
this
is.
guy here and a bunch of the other people have taken out not longbows, heavy crossbows, and are firing at the hippogriff up there.
Does the tree break the bars that are damaged?
Yeah.
It damages them, yeah. But it doesn't.
Is it
it
free?
doesn't obliterate them. The trees seem to be trying to escape.
Interesting.
1, 2, 3,
Wow.
4.
Bad rolls.
That's good for you.
Yeah.
Hippogriff doesn't have a lot of health or AC. Hippogriff's got 11 AC.
That's 2 hits for 9.
9 total. Hippogriff is looking pretty injured from those shots. All right. What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna take this tent over to Fildry.
Well, I think we're on Tack.
Oh,
Yeah. So Tack was like going with this dude over to here. I mean, is he still just like running in that direction?
He's taking out a heavy crossbow and is firing.
Okay, he's one of the ones that's shooting right now.
Yeah. A bunch of people are.
Okay.
Oh, man, he's in the blast zone.
And he's kind of like, I just kind of like take a step back. He's focused on the hippogriff, right?
Uh-huh.
And I just kind of talk backwards and away from him.
Can you roll me a stealth check to sneak away?
Yeah, absolutely.
Slink out.
Channeling. Right about us.
All right, and out you go into the tent of mice and rats, or past the tent of mice and rats.
And I turn invisible again.
All right, Tack, you're invisible again.
It's probably a turn. Unless I could just do more, because we're kind of in a loose initiative.
No, I'm trying to keep some stuff going, actually.
All right,
Fildry?
All right, so heat metal says as a bonus action, I can cause the damage again. Is that the damage I rolled previously, or do I roll for damage?
Roll again. You roll again.
All right, so
I am keeping a mental initiative here.
Yeah, okay.
all right, so it's a total. So another 13 damage on my bonus action. I've dealt 25 damage to this padlock and chain.
Yep,
sorta.
looking injured, looking damaged.
All right, and then you know what? I'm just gonna run up with my hammer because that was my bonus action.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna warhammer that chain.
Now, are you trying to just destroy it, or are you trying to specifically pop the padlock?
Oh, I'm specifically going for the padlock, right? Because if I get the padlock, then the chain like falls to pieces. So I'm striking the iron where it's red hot.
So in that case, I would want your probably Tinker's Tools stuff, because you're using a weapon to do it. You're using strength as your ability.
All right, so Tinker's
because you're
Tools,
trying to use your knowledge of it, right, to pop
using strength. 24.
Ooh.
All right. The shackle pops out. Seemingly, they use a terrible zinc alloy core for the locking mechanism in this padlock, and it just melts when I put under heat. So yeah, it pops right open.
All right.
You are able to open the. Well, I guess you need someone to actually open the gate now because you used your action. And
Yep.
It's a big, heavy metal gate. Okay. Philado, can you roll me a d20?
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Hasn't gone off yet. Alright, well, I'll open the gate.
Sure. You open the gate. The dragon like shivers and tries to crawl forward, but can't move very well. Seems like it's suffering for some heavy exhaustion.
Okay.
Okay. Is there anything else you
I
want to do?
mean, I'll sort of hide. I know Ilaha is getting the stuff we're gonna need to sneak it out, so I'm gonna hide over here. Just sort of stand behind the tent.
Okay.
I'm still.
Yeah,
I
Fildry,
was-
Tack, and Ilaha can all go.
Oh,
So go
right,
ahead, Fildry.
I'm gonna.
Oh, I just went though.
Yeah,
I know, we're back. You were at the end of the other loose initiative.
Okay.
I didn't get to bring the tent over.
I know, we're on that round. So you grab the tent and drag it over, Ilaha?
Yeah.
Okay. The tent is there. You throw it over the dragon as Fildry opens the door?
Yeah.
Okay. It can't move very well. You're gonna have to, like, help it.
Yeah.
How
Or
heavy
carry
is
it.
this dragon?
Ooh, it's not quite a large creature, but it's heavy. you'd guess in like the 400 to 500 pound range.
All right, so I have a strength of 18.
Yep.
Do I have anything? No.
With Tack and Ilaha helping Fildry and Philado, respectively, you think you could carry him?
Okay.
All right.
These guys have run away.
We're gonna do it. Team effort. Team effort.
All right, everybody.
Yes, we can do it! I inspire Fildry.
We're gonna head out. We're gonna
These
rush
are-
past the tents as best we can, and then
Wait,
we're gonna go straight to
Is
the
this
bay.
an alley? What's over here? What's this?
Yeah,
over?
like
That's not
down
an
this way?
alley. This over here looks like an alley.
So
Yeah,
what we have
over here.
is, let me just
Oh,
zoom
yeah.
out so the chat can see a little bit. There are 3 distinct alleyways. This is more like an actual like pathway up there,
Yeah.
like an actual like roadway that
but
separates these
there's-
different houses.
There's
There is an
over there.
alley here that are fleeing, and an alley up here that people are fleeing down.
Oh wait. Oh, there's stuff over there that I can't even see. Okay.
It's
Well,
big.
Over where?
It's big map.
over this.
Yeah, those
way.
people are pretty much
Oh
off the
yeah,
map. most of them.
that's an alley.
Yeah, we probably want to go
What,
this
what
way,
about?
right?
Oh, I guess we don't see these people over here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that. I
You
would
know
think
they
over
just
here.
fled that way, but
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the way we want to go too.
Hey, Tack.
Yeah.
You can make yourself invisible. Can you make
Tack
the
is invisible.
dragon invisible? Where are
I
you?
used up all my spell slots.
Ah.
God damn it, Tack.
Oh well. Next time.
So do you guys want to pick up the dragon?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's heist
You all
this.
gather.
Dragon.
We're
Pick up
heisting the dragon.
You heist the dragon. I'm going to take the
Up,
shots
up,
now
up,
to see if they
up,
take
up.
down the hippogriff. 5 shots. 1, 2,
Probably.
3, 4, 5. Oh,
Oh, 3 hits
Um,
for 12.
Tack,
17.
Were you saying something, Tack?
Yeah. Which one's the dude that? Which one's the dude? Oh wait, never mind. I don't
This
do that.
guy was the 12, the 4th shot.
The second one.
Oh, sorry, he would have been the 3rd shot. Sorry, the 2nd shot. Third.
So he missed.
Yeah, he already missed.
Okay. Never mind.
Okay.
Wait, actually,
Yeah,
no.
'cause
I'm sorry.
I'm looking from like up and over like that.
Is there any guard? Like some because these are are the guards like getting involved or anything?
Yeah, they're shooting too.
Damn it! That's out of range. Oh well.
The hippogriff goes down. Crashes down onto the ground. Let me mark him as dead. Whap. And as he does, he smashes the kobold's cage and it goes, ah! And begins to run away. The rust monster. This
The manticore cage?
person here will attempt to grapple the rust monster. This employee. The employee rolls a natural 20,
Oh,
which the rust monster is probably grappled. Rust monster is captured.
Any metal on that person is gone.
Yeah, lots of of metal jewelry and things like coins hanging from ropes and chains and things. Yeah, that stuff's all garbage. The lot of you are heisting a dragon.
Yes.
Philado, can you roll me a d5?
Oh God.
Can you roll me a d4? All right. It has not gone off yet. The tree is completely docile currently.
Hmm.
The
It's
mind
awakened
player.
recently.
All right, which way are we leaving, boys?
Yeah, what do you guys want to do? At this point, the hippogriff's down and people are starting to pay attention again. And
I
We
think,
wanna-
yeah, I think,
yeah,
I think we
this
have to
way.
go. I think we have to go this way.
Huff it.
It's-
Yeah, that's the fastest
yeah.
way.
can you roll me a group stealth check? And keep in mind, you're moving at like a quarter speed. Because I think you're at your drag rate.
Tack, come on.
Carry
Save
this.
us. Save us.
He has advantage
All right.
because he's invisible.
You guys have succeeded the first group stealth check. It was DC 12. Some of you still failed, but at least half of you succeeded.
That's why I was like,
as you
come on,
go up,
Tack.
And if you take your full turn, you get 30 feet. Or actually, you get 15 feet. So you only get to here. As you're making your way past.
Making our way downtown.
Making our way downtown, walking past.
Walking,
All right.
walking kind of slowly.
Faces passport, baby.
People are still freaking out, but it looks like the creatures have been neutralized. The rust monster has been captured before it got to the manticore. The hippogriff is down, to which people are rushing over to, like, the tamers are trying to get a grasp on it, see if they can keep it alive.
Fireworks?
And yeah, I need a D2 from you, Philado. You need a 1 for it to go off.
Yeah!
The fireworks blow up. All right.
Jesus. How's this guy doing? And this guy.
We're about to show you what's gonna happen there.
And us.
We're fine.
30 feet. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Just barely,
So-
but yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, Tack made it.
So Philado, you're the only one that's actually within the range of it as it blows.
Mm-hmm.
So I need
That's for the
you
best.
to roll me a Dex saving throw.
Oh,
And then
that's
who wants to roll for the dragon?
not me. I've been rolling like shit tonight.
My dice are hot tonight. I'll go.
Go for it.
Bold of you to take that upon yourself. All right, so you're going to succeed in the save barely.
Me?
Just roll. Just flat
Yeah.
D20.
Yep.
Do you have inspiration, Pete?
No.
I
have
give the dragon my inspiration.
Okay.
Then you should roll it.
So Philado, you're going to take 18 points of explosion damage, which is fire,
Better.
Less
And
than
the-
that.
and the dragon does not.
Ow.
Because he's a bronze dragon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
So-
they're resistant to lightning.
Yeah. They're
Oh, is it brass then?
You're
That's the
thinking
other
brass
one?
is
brass
fire.
is
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, because brass.
It
Okay.
Brass and
explodes with bright colors, and it continues
Ow.
to explode.
Come on, come on, come on.
Oh, I got a roll
How's-
for Manticore.
How's that guy?
Oh, they're
How-
all dead.
Oh,
These people are dead.
Oh, sweet.
Oh no!
They just blew up.
I mean, like, it helps us.
God,
We're mass murderers.
Are they dead? Dead?
I don't feel great about this either.
I don't
Tack,
either.
we gotta
This-
go.
Tech,
This
Tech,
kid's
we
not
don't have
dead.
time
He's
for
alive.
this.
This guard's alive.
Which guard?
The rust monster, unfortunately, is dead.
No.
Oh.
Have one
Rusty.
hit point, guys.
Man's
The person who was holding it, oh no, is also dead.
Oof.
No. All right, Jeremy, we use our whole turn. Scooch.
Just a second, guys. The Manticore is not dead and is free.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Yeah, chat. How is Manticore's cage holding up? It's not. Is the answer to that?
It's not.
It isn't holding up at all. One might say.
Oops.
So this actually, I think, deserves a slight change of pace. This is very funny and goofy and all, but I think we're really more of as the Manticore busts out of the cage and roars. All right, the rest of you, what do you want to do?
We're scooting.
Keep running.
All right, you guys book.
Yeah.
Tax just says, "I'm gonna hang and help, maybe."
No,
Tack,
Tack, we
no,
need you.
you-
No, we can't.
I
You
don't
can't. You can't.
I'm not offering anything. I'm not actually putting any weight into it. And Tack takes his arms down.
You get under and you push up. Ilaha's even helping. Come on.
This is terrible.
All right, could I have a stealth check from all of you with disadvantage? Because
Damn it, Tack!
everyone's looking in your direction as the thing has
Well,
exploded near
Yeah,
you.
but there's sparks and smoke everywhere.
It's still
That's true.
exploding. Oh no.
It's still exploding.
Oh shit.
I don't see how he could possibly
Oh, wait, we have
This is
disadvantage?
if
Disadvantage.
Oh, yeah.
anyone sees you.
Mine's flat though, right? Because I'm invisible.
That's true.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna use
Oh,
my.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then
you
give me
know.
just another regular flat roll, and that's what it is.
Oh, just a regular. Okay, yeah.
Yep. All right.
Hey. Oof.
You guys are able to duck and weave and whoop, run toward the wet area. At this point, all the people there have fled.
They're gone.
There's no way in hell that no one is going to see you coming out of that alley by the dock ward.
Yeah, but like it's also the
But-
dock ward.
You're carrying a big target that you're
Yeah.
about to dump into the ocean. And so,
Yeah, that's not suspicious.
Yeah.
It's the dock ward.
It's the dock ward.
Yeah, you know, you see
See, that's
people.
what-
We'll probably run into some other group with a tarp that they're dumping into the ocean.
These
Oh, yeah.
people,
You know?
these people were
drunk.
mostly hired guards and employees, right?
Mostly. I mean, there were a fair amount of bystanders, but this is, from what you know about, I imagine Philado looked into the force spray when they joined. This is kind of standard operating procedure for spray. They tend to cause almost as much trouble as they solve.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
as you all bolt out of here, and the sound of the manticore fades into distance, you see Griffin cavalry just descending from Mount Waterdeep in the distance towards everything. The horns blowing for aid. You guys bolt out to the docks and get down to a small pier at the edge of the water, and you can already feel the dragon like wriggling a little bit more alive as you get closer to the docks.
We're almost there.
And it goes, oh.
Do you want us to row you out into the bay?
That would be great.
All right, we're gonna need to borrow a boat.
There's some rowboats moored up.
Yeah.
They're locked. There's like little locks on them. There's only locks on like one or two of them. Most of them are just tied.
All right, well,
I summoned my sword and I just cut it. Like,
we could have untied that.
no.
Okay.
We're making
This is
haste.
way faster. This is way faster.
Okay. Put the dragon in the boat and throw him out.
The sound of the dock ward traffic fades into the distance as you row out into the bay. All that remains is just splashing of water around you.
All right. Well, we did it, boys.
Whew. Well, that was
Tack, are
quite
you still gonna go on that date?
And
Absolutely.
well, you still have the
yes.
dragon. You haven't dumped him
All
in the water.
right,
yet.
all right.
I look to Zelitharn now. I go, Zelitharn, we're bringing you home.
Yeah. I feel better.
Good.
That's good. Hey, are your parents out in the water here?
No, dragons don't take care of their young.
Oh,
They just make nests.
I really felt like that was a lie.
It depends on the type of dragon.
I feel like your type would probably take care of its young.
He shrugs. Just my guess. I've always
Alright.
been alone here.
You might want to move out of the bay.
Yeah.
But I like it here. It's safe.
Is it?
I suppose it's safe from other dragons, is it not?
He
It's,
nods.
it's fairly
There's
safe
lots
from
of
other
fish.
dragons.
And I can scare sailors and they throw gold at me and they leave.
Ah, building that hoard.
That's a pretty good gig.
That's a
You
good
gotta
gig.
start.
He
You gotta
nods.
start hoarding early.
That's a good gig. You're a smart one. We like you.
That's what I've always thought.
Hey,
So now-
Zelitharn, in 50 years, can I come back and can I ride on you?
Phrase.
Okay. He seems like a little more excited and alive as you're getting further out into the water.
Do you want a healing word, or are you good?
I'm actually pretty injured. I feel really bad.
Yeah, I can do that. I send a healing word his way.
It kind of blinks a little bit. Thanks, I think. That
And
helped
I'll-
a little.
And I'll give him a cure wound.
And
All
I'll
right.
give him
Which
a good
did
pat on the
worse.
back.
You all aren't that good at this healing stuff, huh?
Terrible at it.
We are much
I-
better
I
at causing
don't.
destruction, yeah.
As
Yeah.
was exemplified back there.
Yeah,
Thank
we're
goodness
definitely
for
better
it.
at killing.
Yeah, I really wish we could have gotten that owl
Ah.
bearer.
Right? I was thinking that too. I was
Maybe
hoping the roast monster would go that way. But,
I've been smelling that owlbear haunch all day. I'm so hungry.
well,
How
how about
long
we
were
put you
you
back in
locked
the
up
water
for?
and you can eat some fish?
It's been about 4 days.
Big yikes for me, dog. Yep, let's everybody roll them out the boat.
Alright,
I can move now. Now that
Oh, all right.
the exhaustion is fading.
At dusk, 50 years from now, Zelitharn, meet me here.
I'll remember. He looks at you completely seriously.
I know
This spot, 50 years from now.
I will remember as well.
Yeah, we might run onto you if we ever have to sail this area again.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Yeah, if you ever need anything in the bay, I'm really good at water.
Oh, okay.
He kind of like
You-
shakes his tail and kind of stretches his wings a little bit.
Do you
can
know
see
anything
his-
about
his
weird
wings-
marbles?
What?
All right.
Oh yeah.
I
I
have
take this. I take this out.
Pearls?
No, I take out the stone. It's like, have you ever seen anything like this?
Oh, it's magic. Can I have it?
No,
No,
I want it for my horde.
but it's
we
our horde.
need it.
You're right. I'm sorry. I should be giving you something for rescuing me. Stay here. I'm gonna. And he pushes himself off the side into the water.
We're gonna get a gift from
And he's just kind of treading water there. I can swim much better. This is great. I'll be right back. And he
Okay.
submerges into water.
Tack.
Disappears.
Now this is something I want you to write a story about.
This is adventuring. at
But
its
maybe
best.
leave out the part where we killed a bunch of people.
Yes, yes.
You can just say that we caused a giant distraction with the fireworks and no one
No.
got hurt.
See, the fireworks weren't even our fault. It was the commotion of everything else. We let the rust monster go. The hippogriff did kill one person. Oh no, so
I think I
sorry.
saw it grab another.
Wait, were the fireworks us?
Yes.
No,
Oh,
of course
no,
not.
of course not.
Oh, I
At this
mean,
point,
no.
you guys hear like a, and you see up in the sky like a griffin cavalryman with a big lance fighting a manticore like somewhere in the sky in the distance.
Should we help him?
You see someone?
No.
Oh no, they're like hundreds and hundreds of feet off. You see the person get
okay.
knocked off the griffin.
Oh no.
That's one of the
Just-
coolest things I've ever seen.
If only that
If we
manticore-
see
if only
someone
that
tumble
manticore
to their
had any
death.
sort- If only that manticore had some spikes. to defend
Kerplunk.
itself with.
Actually, you see them like fall and then slow down pretty immensely as they get toward the ground.
See,
Oh,
radical.
Feather fall.
Radical.
I'm sorry, I forgot that wasn't a word.
Hey! I yell over at him. Or how far away is he?
No, he's
Oh,
hundreds
this
of
is
feet
like
off.
way off.
Oh,
Also,
okay.
don't.
Anyway-
Looks like the manticore is trying to like
Don't.
flee
We stole
over
a
the harbor.
boat. We
Anyway,
stole a
yes,
boat.
this
You
is
We
stole a
borrowed a boat.
That's true.
The least of your problems right now,
I am
Kyle.
okay.
The least of your problems is that you
Right, but it's the
stole
one that we
a
can get in trouble for right now.
They don't know we set off the fireworks.
They don't.
That's
know
why I
this
said
boat
it's
is
the one that we
stolen.
can get in trouble for right now.
All right.
That's this is actually kind of what I thought adventuring would be like.
There you go, Tack.
Zelitharn emerges. Hi.
Hello.
Alright.
Hey, Zelitharn.
How was your swim?
It was great. I caught a fish. I ate it. It was great.
Nice.
They wouldn't feed me any fish.
That's messed up.
Did they feed you anything?
Monsters. No
Yeah, those
hospitality.
people were awful, and I'm glad some of them died.
I don't know about that.
Agreed.
You know,
Anyway, I brought you all a special treasure from my horde. And he, in his claws, brings up a pile of dragon scales. Plows them in the boat. My parents must have left them for me because I found them all around where I hatched.
It's very possible.
They should be worth a lot of money.
At
Yes.
least 125 gold pieces each in theory.
That's it.
Probably more.
That's-
Oh, I need to readjust my savings.
All right. Well,
I think the owners of that menagerie also pinched some because they were
When I get bigger, I'm gonna sink their boats.
well.
And you
I'll
look over.
Try
and
not
there,
to stop you.
there are
I'm not
three
gonna
like
stop.
really large ships, in particular that kind of stand out here in the harbor. One of them is moored in the middle of the bay. The other two are up on the dock, set up by the docks.
Sure.
And he glares angrily at the three of those ships.
I bet if you blasted the bottom of them with lightning, you could probably sink them.
Probably.
Well,
I tried. One of them has some strange lightning repellent at the bottom.
What about the top?
What about the yeah?
All right.
I don't want to get up there. That's how they got me.
Exactly.
I'm staying
Zelfon.
away from them.
Good
They didn't throw
idea.
gold.
It's a
First
very
they
good
threw
idea.
gold at me, and then they threw more gold, and then they threw nets. I didn't like it.
Now here's what you do: you go back down to where you were staying, and you get real jacked. Work out every day. Why? Because you have nothing else better to do. And then you go fight them.
Look, I'm just gonna go back underwater and try not to die. I just get stronger the more I live.
Yeah, I think he just has to wait.
Yeah.
You could get stronger.
I'm not
faster.
like you, where I get old and die eventually.
That's
I just
true.
become better.
That's true. You don't have to rub it in.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep this gig going in the harbor as long as I can, and then eventually I'll leave probably.
I look at the party. I'm the shortest lived one here.
Yes.
No, we're
By a
gonna say-
long shot.
Well, I'm only 120.
I think I'm only 85. Like I'm still
I'm
basically
really tired.
a child.
I'm gonna go back under the water. Goodbye.
Alright, take it easy,
Goodbye.
boy.
And Zalathar leaps into the air, does a little spin, and disappears back under the water.
I'll give him a golf clap.
He splashes the shit out of you doing it. He doesn't probably not intentionally, but you get soaked.
I give him a golf clap.
No.
One
thanks.
for the horde! I throw him a coin.
The
Okay.
coin hits the water, and it's murky deep in the water here, right?
Yeah.
And so you can't see it sink too far, but just as
It
the
gets
glimmer, just as the glint of the coin disappears into murky depths, maybe 10 feet down, you see a sheen of scale. Nothing.
Nice.
And now you're out on a stolen boat in the middle of the harbor.
I guess
Alright.
we're here, just
Alright.
here on this boat.
Let's row back, and
row
then
back.
I think I need to go talk to the black staff.
Roll
Yes.
this back, tie it back up.
Yep.
Take all the scales.
Mm-hmm.
Take
How
the
many scales did he give us?
He gave you 4 scales.
Were his parents
Pretty
killed?
good.
Yeah, it's 500 gold.
And actually, looking
I
at it,
got
these
this.
are not like the scales that you saw before.
Are these nicer?
Yeah, these actually feel like real scales.
Mm,
The other ones you think were just brass, actually just brass.
Bronze.
Yeah,
Bronze.
bronze rather.
How big are they? Same size?
Actually, they're pretty huge.
Yeah, let's mount one on the walls.
They're they're not like gargant, they're not like shields, but
How,
I mean they're like
how
a
many?
foot.
How
That's
many are
still
there?
it's still sizable enough to put on
Yeah.
the wall in the bar.
All right, but we could
Could we
fashion
paper?
something.
Could we paper a wall? Because that would be rad as
He
hell.
gave you 4.
Okay.
What about
See-
the chimney above,
All
right
right,
above
yeah,
the
yeah,
fireplace in the
if
tavern?
you want to
Firefly.
swim down to the bottom and talk to Zalthar some more, he might give you more, but he gave you 4 for now.
No.
Yeah,
no,
no, let's not push our luck.
we could
okay.
trade him later.
It's true. Can pay him some money for him,
Okay.
maybe.
We row back.
Yeah,
you
we row
row
back.
And where do you guys go from there?
I think I should probably immediately go to the black staff.
All right, well,
Blackstaff isn't seeing anyone.
Right?
Oh, while we're walking back from the docks to the black staff,
Yep.
can we have the thing out?
Yeah, we're definitely doing the thing.
Yeah.
all
Oh
right.
yeah. So you get off the docks, you turn the thing, and beep, beep.
What?
We're in the docks.
Where?
Immediately, as soon as you get onto the docks,
Does the umbrella point in any particular direction?
no, it just spins around.
It just spins.
stupidly.
That's dumb.
Ah,
Okay, let's
So much less helpful.
take a random guess and start moving.
Oh wait, it's actually the thing.
Yeah,
beeping,
it's
yeah.
beeping.
I thought it was always beeping, but it was just
No.
like the speed.
Don't beep at all if you aren't
Oh,
within
okay.
at least 500 feet. And as you walk along the dock ward, beep, 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 beep. You're able to narrow it down and look, and it's one of those ships that Zaltharn pointed to,
My God.
moored there on the dock.
mm.
And I think
That's right.
that might be where we leave off this evening.
Seems pretty good.
We heisted a dragon.
We hoisted a dragon.
Let's
Campaign's
go,
over.
Dragon!
Good.
Campaign's over. Good job,
campaign,
Jeremy.
everybody. I had a great time.
And we only finished at level 3.
I'd do it again.
Who
Wow.
takes,
we
Yeah.
really
who takes
flew
level
through this
5 to do
module.
this?
I
Right.
love Sheba in the chat. Now that's a conversation starter. Oh, where'd you get that scale?
Well,
That's true. That is a very good conversation.
I've got an
starter.
interesting story about this.
All right. And
Just
let
now,
a
I
lot
would
of
like to tell you
people die,
a story.
all right?
Just
Manslaughter, not murder. Okay.
Yeah, we could not have known that the fireworks would kill all those people.
Right.
I mean,
You could have just thought that they'd go up into the air like fireworks are supposed to, and then just cause a big everybody look up moment. But
there's a tent
no.
over
That's what
them.
I thought was gonna happen.
well,
There's a tent over them.
have you ever seen
No.
Lord of the Rings? You know.
This happens every once in a while in my home village.
Yeah, there it is.
A wizard rolls by with some fireworks, and sometimes a
Oh,
scamp
this
will
sounds
get in
like a
and
really
light 'em
fancy
all.
pipe.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that I've never lit up a big wagon of fireworks, but usually they're harmless.
Yes, it's really unfortunate what happened to those people.
Halfling culture.
Spate of bad luck.
Yeah, it's a real shame. You know, world is a worse place.
Tack, you need
I
to get
can't.
ready for your date.
I can't. Yeah, Tack has a date.
Well,
Yeah.
Should I go get my bard's clothes?
well, I guess
Absolutely.
here's the question, right? Do you let Tack go on a date, or do you go and investigate this ship?
We can investigate the ship another day. Tack has a date.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
injured,
we had 2 hours probably.
and he's probably not going anywhere.
I think this is we'll figure this out next session.
Yep.
We'll figure this.
Next session,
that's
Tack
fine.
has a date.
Oh yeah,
Tack.
did she even
Oh, no.
survive? Is Dana? 'cause
Oh,
she
that's
was
true.
right
Is she
next-
is she alive?
Did the
You didn't see
Presumably.
you didn't see her die.
did the hippogriff crush her when it landed on the
Well, I
the
mean, the
armless
co-
kobold's
If
cage?
there's any justice, the kobold got free. So
Yeah,
No, Tack had a chance.
I hope there's an armless kobold that we find in the dock, like eating somebody's trash.
Thanks for running, Jeremy.
Yeah, that was a good time.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
Excellent
think that
session.
went pretty well. I think that went pretty well.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I put way more effort than it looks like making that fish gut court map.
No, dude.
No, you
as
can feel it.
It's
Yeah.
seems pretty accurate.
I
as
tried to
anyone,
make it as accurate to the overland map as I could.
Yeah.
yeah, no. And if anybody has ever done any time like trying to make maps in Roll20,
Oh,
you
it's
know
awful.
that I appreciate the amount of effort.
Yeah, like this is great.
Is this in the adventure, Jeremy?
No, I added
Yeah, I
the
didn't.
dragon.
Nice.
I didn't think so.
A different
for our
dumb
joke.
dragon-related side quest that relates to a dragon named Zalatharn in the harbor, but it's stupid, so I improved it with this one.
Nice.
Yeah, as soon as I found out they were heisting a dragon, I was like, "There's no way this was in there." Jeremy had to put it in so we
Yeah.
could steal it, so we could finally steal a dragon.
Yeah. Just so that way
Uh.
we could stop our dumb joke, which isn't gonna stop.
It'll never stop.
Well,
No.
now it's just in past tense.
Yeah.
Now
Now,
we
it's
need
like,
to
oh, we
conduct a
heisted
water
a dragon.
heist.
Yeah. A deep water heist.
Deep water heist.
Dragon.
Let's
deep water
wrap it
heist.
up. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, so thank you everyone thank you four for playing. It's always a delight to run these games for you guys.
It was
It's
a great
been some
time.
really quality Dungeons and Dragons in the past couple days. And if you've missed it, chat, well, do we have news for you? You can find all of that content on our YouTube channel or our Twitch VODs. Just click the
What?
videos button up in the top and you can look at all of our past content. There have been some really, really great shows lately, and they're going to continue to be great shows in the upcoming week. Pete, what content do we have coming up in this just this week?
What a wonderful question, Jeremy. Coming up on Tuesday, you got me. I'm going to do a stream known as D&D Time Worlds. Although, actually, it might actually be something different than D&D Time Worlds Tuesday. But there's going to be a stream on Tuesday at 9 Eastern Standard Time. And that's where we homebrew worlds, usually, if that's what it ends up being. And it's fun. On Wednesday, tune into D&D Time Talks, where we're going to be discussing some Dungeons & Dragon-related topic. Myself and Jeremy. And then tune in, of course, on Friday for You Know It, You Love It, Pete and Jeremy's D&D Time. It's a good show. It's lots of fun. We had a really good week this last week. A lot of really fun adventures.
We've
and
had like a
looking forward-
couple of like really solid weeks.
Yeah, been
Like
on a roll.
we're on
been
a
roll.
tear between the two of us,
So,
if I say so myself.
and I'll agree with you. So make sure you stop back by and come hang out with us for that as well. And then a week from today, it's D&D Time Brews, but there will be announcements about all of this.
You know, it's the red comet that is the final season of Game of Thrones, inspiring all fantasy-related content across the lands.
True.
And, you know, and I love you, chat. I appreciate you guys so much. I loved how the viewers spiked as soon as Game of Thrones ended.
Well, of course.
Literally doubled.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Crowley, can you stop with the cat? I swear.
I'm so glad I'm not looking at a camera.
Terrifying. Chat, I'm so sorry if Crowley has hexed you with his
voodoo
plastic
magic.
voodoo cat. My God, it's
I don't think this is plastic. I don't know
Is it
what
plastic?
Please take the hex that he's already given to us, because
It's petrified.
you
Like,
can have it.
Yikes! Taxidermy.
I'm really not sure what this is made out of.
It's
Well,
probably
guys,
taxidermy.
Made out of flesh.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's not that.
it's made out of flesh and hate.
I don't know what
but-
this bit is either. I think it's an old candlestick. It's kind of glass. But painted over?
Cursed, exactly. S1.
Yeah, 100% cursed.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, thanks for watching, guys. We love you all. And
He's Jeremy.
He's Jeremy.
he's Jeremy.
I'm
Jeremy.
Jeremy. And this is Waterdeep Dragon Heist. Good night,
I thought it was
everybody.
Dragon Deep Water Heist.
Shut up, Kyle.
Oh.